92.5 Fox News. Right.
With each
all
breath,
along.
allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Liberalism is what happens when Democrats take all your money and there's nothing left. They screech, we teach. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I call national. Hey, exterminators. For $46 to kill rodents and bugs to the 946 snow bug.
Shoo-ba-doo-wop, ooh.
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 239-46-NO-BUG or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs.
Bugs, termites, rodents, even out of cancellation. Better service, better prices, no contract.
Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I call national. Hey, exterminators. For $46 to kill rodents and bugs to the 946 snow bug.
Shoo-ba-doo-wop, ooh.
Call the boys at National Exterminators at 239-46-NO-BUG or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs.
Bugs, termites, rodents, even out of cancellation. Better service, better prices, no contract.
Even the left speaker sounds right when you're listening to 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
This is a Fox News alert. Deadly chaos at a Christmas parade. I'm Dave Anthony.
I pray for all those that were injured that they recover. I pray for those who lost a loved one.
Waukesha, Wisconsin Mayor Sean Riley, after an SUV smashed through barricades, then drove through the parade, killing 5 people, injuring more than 40 others.
There was moms running looking for their children afterwards, like screaming for their children up and down, running in stores.
At least 12 of the 40 injured were children who needed to be hospitalized. Many wounded had to transport themselves to the hospital as first responders tried to control the area. Now, today, the local school district has canceled classes, and the city is asking businesses around the parade to stay closed as the entry in and out of the area is limited.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer, a person of interest, is in custody.
The Wisconsin Attorney General tweeting, the Department of Justice is assisting with the response and, quote, I have every confidence that those responsible will be brought to justice.
Fox's Lauren Blanchard, not far away in Kenosha, Wisconsin, more protests.
We know what injustice looks like.
Angry over Kyle Rittenhouse being acquitted of murder for shooting 3 protesters last year during a riot. 2 of them died.
This verdict that gives way and validates vigilante justice.
Rittenhouse claims he was being chased and threatened and feared for his life. Some are calling him a white supremacist. He tells Fox.
This case has nothing to do with race. It never had anything to do with race. It had to do with the right to self-defense.
Right. The Rittenhouse interview with Tucker Carlson airs tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox News Channel. COVID is rebounding. New cases rose a second week in a row to 646,000 across the U.S., though deaths dropped a 4th straight week. Another COVID vaccine mandate takes effect today for federal workers. They have to prove vaccination status or have a medical or religious exemption. Those who don't comply could be punished or fired. America's listening to Fox News.
You heard us right. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right. All along.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News, traffic.
A foggy start to your Monday morning drive across most of southern Lee County through Collier County, Naples, Marco Island, and on Alligator Alley and the East Trail. So take it slow and be extra cautious with limited visibility in some areas because of that early morning fog. No problems up and down 75. All of our overnight construction looks like it's cleared up. Heading out on the area bridges, only taking about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction. And we are crash-free right now to start off your morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns to the area today after a bit of a foggy start for some. We'll be tracking a strong cold front set to move through beginning late today and into the overnight period. Ahead of that, look for a few areas of rain throughout this afternoon. Things begin to dry up as we head into tonight. That drier and cooler air moving in. Temperatures waking up on your Tuesday near 61 degrees, but we will be looking at cooler daytime highs in the middle 70s. A nice drop in humidity for your Tuesday, along with some breezy conditions Wednesday morning, also featuring a cooler start with lows back down to the 40s for some of our inland zones. Low to mid 50s across the coast with a high of 77 degrees. We keep it dry through your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
True relief for back and neck pain. Did you play golf or tennis today and wish that you didn't have to deal with the back or neck pain? Do you feel hesitant to swing all the way through or run across the court because of pain? People just assume they have to live with it or just get epidurals. They are wrong. People look at it from the wrong perspective. Most people only think about treating the symptoms and not the cause. At Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, we treat the cause using non-surgical spinal decompression. Now available for anyone, not just the injured or professional athletes. Spinal decompression is a safe, non-surgical treatment that takes pressure off the nerves and discs, increasing blood circulation, allowing the back to heal. Safe, long-lasting results for sciatica, stenosis, scoliosis, herniated discs, or even failed back surgery. Don't suffer. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596 Back, 596 BACK. That's 596 2225.
Experience really does matter. Hi, this is Vincent Napoleon. We're currently experiencing a very different real estate market. Is this a bubble? Is it going to last? Should I sell now or should I buy now? With over 30 years of living and working right here in Collier County, I know I can help guide you through. If you're currently thinking about selling your home or buying a home, please reach out to me today. Recognized by the Wall Street Journal and Real Trends magazine as one of the nation's top performing agents with a #1 firm, Coldwell Banker. You know, it costs you nothing to meet with me, but will cost you thousands not to. Please go to thatradioed.com, again, thatradioed.com, or feel free to email me at thatradioed@gmail.com, thatradioed@gmail.com. Vincent Napoleon, thank you.
'Twas the season of cheer and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike touched his soul without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out. This Black Friday, get the original Peloton bike at our best holiday price ever, $1,495. All access membership separate. Terms apply. See website for details.
Greetings from Health Plan Network. First, a sincere thank you to the folks at WFSX and their loyal listeners. The response to our recent individual health insurance ads have been phenomenal. Second, a short history lesson. When the federal government made their last attempt at socialized medicine or Obamacare, most insurance companies refused to participate, leaving millions with no choice but the high premiums and deductibles on the marketplace. On the other hand, our clients were able to keep their non-cancelable coverage and have enjoyed low premiums and great coverage for the last 7 years. The new administration has promised another run at their stated goal of nationalized health insurance. If you're on Obamacare, uninsured, or on COBRA, now is the time to act. Protect yourself and family with non-cancelable coverage guaranteed to age 65 now. Call me at 239-268-6712 or visit our website at healthplannetwork.net. That's 239-268-6712 or healthplannetwork.net. We can help.
Thank you for waking us all up out here. For all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic. I want to thank you for your support for veterans in the military. Educating us. Standing up for conservatism. Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast today. Coming up this morning, we've got a very, very busy Monday. First of all, let's check in with Jake the Millennial, to find out how his brain is functioning on this Monday, that he's caught up on his sleep, that he's all ready to go, that he's not completely checked out because this is the week of Thanksgiving, so a shorter week than usual. How are you, buddy, sir?
Waiting for the turkey.
Waiting for the turkey. And is it going to be, have we figured out yet with the prices and everything that's going on? Are you doing tofurkey this year? Are you going in a different direction? Are you doing like spam that is going to be in the shape of a turkey? What have you figured out this year on the millennial budget? What are we doing? You're not sure yet?
Turkey is an option?
So what's that? What kind of turkey is an option?
Tofu turkey?
Yeah. You never heard of tofurkey? I thought tofurkey was tofu shaped like turkey. It's a tofu. It's turkey made out of tofu. Do you even know what tofu is?
No.
Okay. 239-479-5592. Who cares about what that is all about? Some other stories we've got to get to this morning. Later on, coming up at 7:05 this morning, we will be joined by Brian Kilmeade. Fox and Friends Brian Kilmeade will be joining us for a few minutes. He's got a brand new book out that we are going to talk about and maybe get into some of the headlines of the day. But he certainly has a great book out. He's fantastic. I'll tell you what, with the books that he has. So a new book out. We'll get into all those details on the way. And then 8:05 this morning, our friend Matt Whitaker is going to join us, and we'll talk about a lot of the issues that are going on right now. Including what happened in Kenosha, obviously in the Rittenhouse case. Maybe we'll get into some of the details on what we witnessed over the weekend, where there is now a person of interest that has been taken into custody following the horrific attacks that you may have heard about at the Waukesha Christmas parade in Wisconsin. Several fatalities, 11 adults, 12 pediatric patients have been transported to local hospitals, according to the fire chief. It was just a horrific scene. Unfortunately, in this day and age where you have video everywhere, there have been many people coming forward and with video of what happened. And again, a horrific scene. We don't have all the details on this person this morning. I guess they have an ID, a suspect of an ID that they've been searching for. They have this person, a convicted felon, a long criminal record, released on $1,000 cash bail for the latest charges that he had on November 19th, just a couple of days before this happened. And there's been discussion about this person's name. We'll keep an eye on this story because it's something that is moving, and we're going to keep an eye on it. And as we get more details throughout the morning and throughout the day and throughout the next coming days, we'll certainly have more of that. But what an absolutely horrific incident in Wisconsin, in Waukesha, over the weekend. 239-479-5592. You knew that there were, well, as everybody expected, there was going to be a weekend filled with individuals who were going to talk about and have an issue with and make hay about the decision in the Rittenhouse case. And in the aftermath of all of this, and a lot of people are trying to figure out what happens next, a lot of people are looking at the Rittenhouse case and wondering what will be the fallout of all of this, not just into next year and some of what we may see in certain communities around the country due to the reaction of what has been a media that is beside itself about this decision, where there are people who are feeding into this narrative that a murderer, a white supremacist, has been set free, that this is just what happens in our criminal justice system. And Jonathan Turley, who is someone who has talked about this case on a few different occasions, a criminal law attorney, Jonathan Turley, and a constitutional law attorney, has talked about the Rittenhouse 2.0. Threats of new litigation fly in the aftermath of this verdict. And I kind of wanted to go a little bit beyond just the headline and get into some of the actions that could be happening. But before we even get to that place, there are people that are upset that Kyle Rittenhouse was sitting down, and you'll get a chance to hear that interview tonight, I guess, on Tucker Carlson. And if you saw the trailer of the Tucker Carlson special, do we have that? Do we have that audio? Do we have that here?
It's the stuff that keeps you up at night. Like, once you finally do get to sleep,
Your dreams are about what happened, and you're waking up in a dark, cold sweat.
Yeah. You had dreams about what happened?
Every single night. It's quite scary, actually, because the dreams feel so real, and they're not the same at all. They're all different. They're the different scenarios that run through your head during the day, like what could have happened. Like, I'm alive, but what could have happened? Like, what if I wasn't alive, or what if I did let Mr. Rosenbaum steal my gun? It's those type of dreams. And the outcome of it's bad, but almost every outcome is either me getting seriously injured or hurt or dead. Those are just the dreams I have on a daily basis.
And so that is a portion of a trailer from the Tucker Carlson special that is going to happen tonight. I guess the first interview with Kyle Rittenhouse after the verdict in Kenosha. And, of course you knew that, and you know that people are not going to be happy about this. There are going to be people who are upset about it as a whole. There are people that are upset that it's even Tucker Carlson that's going to have the first interview, and the fact that Tucker Carlson's program even exists. No, I'm not kidding, because there's one place you could go to that you know for sure that you're going to get all the truth, the facts, just the facts, my friend, not a joke. What is that? Not a joke. And that is with, I don't know what that was. And that was on CNN and Jimmy Acosta, who, Not
a joke.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Not a joke. Listen.
It's that time of the year. The days are getting shorter. It's cold outside. It's also when we start looking back at the past year. And what a year it was over on Fox, or as I've described it this year, the bullshit factory. Just in the last week, they've been churning out so much BS, it's hard to keep up.
Oh, look at that. Jimmy Acosta, who wants to let everybody know that it's Fox News that's throwing the BS. He uses, there's something about lately where on CNN, the special programming that they have there, Chris Cuomo and Stelter, that guy has been described as certain objects that kids play with as toys. And you've got Jimmy Acosta. It's interesting how a network who can barely get any ratings, like there are people whose tweets are more common for views than there are on CNN, that Jimmy Acosta is all upset with the fact that it was Tucker Carlson who got the interview. And no, I'm not kidding. I mean, that it seems like all of them love that they can drop cuss words, like dropping S-bombs, like somehow that makes them cool. It's not like it's bringing in any audience. You know how that is, Jake? Jake, it's like when CNN dropping cuss words reminds me of, and you don't have any experience with this except for the fact that you probably did it as a kid, but having a 13-year-old now, you discover quickly that there are moments where your son is starting to push the boundaries to try to see where they can go. And as a kid, you cussed in front of your parents just to see if you can get away with it, or because your friends were doing it, you started to cuss because it's cool because your friends are doing it. And then you get in front of your parents, and then you cuss, and there's a different reaction from every parent. Do you remember the first time you cussed in front of your parents? Do you remember what that experience was like?
Well, my first words were cuss words.
So out of the womb, your first words were cuss words. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah. Probably didn't have the best parenting situation.
Okay, well, that's... Do we need a session right now? Do we need to get together? Is there a moment? Did I bring up a sore subject? Do we have to?
No, but I will say that me and my brother...
Yeah, go ahead.
...used to finish each other's cuss words. So, I would say the beginning and he would say the end, or vice versa.
Oh, slick. All right, so you would let him do the actual cuss word. You just started off, and then he'd get in all the trouble, and you didn't really do anything. You were just starting it, so you didn't actually say the word.
But neither one of us said it.
I thought you said he said it.
Syllables, he'd say the last few.
Oh, okay. I get it. Well, that was all right. The point is, that's what CNN is. CNN is, hey, we get to say and drop the S-bomb, so now aren't we cool? And still, there's probably, there are more people that are watching Jake the Millennial play World of Vehicle Warcraft Part 17 and on his video platform than there are that are watching CNN. And that's the truth. That's actually a fact. That is not a joke. That's, and even, yeah.
Not a joke.
All right. No, I'm telling you, Brian Stelter, not Brian Stelter, Brian Stelter, Jim Acosta, they're all the same. Anyway, yeah, he's upset.
We once honored you with the distinction of Bullshit Factory Employee of the Month. But now that 2021 is coming to an end, we decided to recognize you as our first ever Bullshit Factory Employee of the Year. That's right, Tucker. You've earned it.
Like, this is what they do. Like, somehow they scratch their heads. CNN scratch their heads and are just like, I don't know why we can't get any ratings. I really don't know what it is. I mean, it's obvious what it is. It's how when you have a network who has the ability to look at a story, look at the story out of Kenosha, have all the evidence that we all had before we went to trial, and the things that were going on in Kenosha, the rioting and looting and everything else that was happening, the individuals that were there at the time, the video itself that we could see the self-defense taking place before our very eyes with Kyle Rittenhouse, some of the backstories that were there as well, and somehow had to make the decision, the conscious decision CNN did, that this was all about the white supremacy. It wasn't self-defense at all. It was a vigilante. It was, fill in the blank. All the things that they didn't have to say, but made the conscious decision to do it, only to find out that a moment of clarity has to take place right after the verdict. Unbelievable, everybody. Look at this. It's a moment of clarity. CNN is like, we didn't know.
This jury saw fit. We learned a lot of things in this trial that we should sort of go over, and I was just kind of reviewing some of the things that we learned in the trial that were not necessarily public knowledge before that. One, there has been a lot of talk, especially by politicians, about where Rittenhouse was the night of this shooting, and it turned out he was already in Kenosha, that he had family here, including his father, that the gun was here in Kenosha. He did not bring that over state lines.
We had no idea.
It turned out during this trial that we learned that the gun that he had a hold of, he actually could legally possess, according to the judge and according to the law here.
Well, and in that moment, we probably could have said something, but we didn't. We had no idea.
Because of the measurements of the gun. Had it been shorter and a short-barreled gun, then it would have been illegal, but because it wasn't, the judge said that needed to be thrown out, and indeed, that charge of a minor in possession of a gun illegally was thrown out in this case. The jury only looking at those who were injured, those who were endangered, and those who were killed the night in August that Rittenhouse ended up shooting people.
This was shocking. The shocking part of it is, CNN looking like, we had no idea. We didn't know. We didn't take a side in this. We just didn't. Okay. And the second part of it is, the shocking moment is after the not guilty verdict, they actually had a little bit of a moment of clarity. Like I said, it was a moment of, okay. Yeah, I get it. I mean, just because in a short period of time you had a moment of clarity, let's not get carried away. Because MSNBC said, hold on a second. You want to go there? We'll go there. If CNN wants to have a moment of clarity, but still have Jim Acosta and Brian Stelter and okay, right here. Oh no, we'll carry the baton. Don't you worry about it.
I find these people disgusting, Ellie. I'm disgusted at what I'm seeing. It's not just this trial, it's other trials. But this in particular, the fact that white supremacists roam the halls of Congress freely and celebrate this little murderous white supremacist, and the fact that he gets to walk the streets freely, it lets you know these people have access to instituting laws. They represent the legislative branch of this country. What are we to make of that?
What? Yeah, that was over the weekend there on MSNBC, where they're just not happy about the decision, and they're going to run with the white supremacist movement here, and they're going to go with that. They're running with the white supremacy idea, and that's where their journalism is going to sit. That's where they're going to stay. And I don't know where. I guess ultimately they have to come up with, and somebody has to say something that would maybe, I don't know, perpetuate that, or maybe give an opening for someone to say something like that. I don't know who would do that.
Well, look, I don't know enough to know whether that 17-year-old kid exactly what he did, but allegedly he's part of a militia coming out of the state of Illinois. Have you ever heard this president say one negative thing about white supremacists?
Well, there was that time when Joe Biden did say that, defaming Kyle Rittenhouse during the election in 2020. But we just put that aside. Listen, a couple of things that come out of the weekend. We got more audio, and we'll talk about this more in detail. Number one, there is an opportunity for the media to step up and do the right thing. And even when that opening is right there, they won't take it. They still run with the narrative. They still know where they want to go with these stories. To what degree? To what end? What are they looking for? You know, you pray that they're not trying to stoke a race war in this country because they're going to get it. And we just pray that that's not what they're doing. You have some who are going to suggest that, well, the DOJ needs to come out now. We need to have some federal action immediately following the verdict. You had Jerry Nadler calling for the Justice Department to investigate the, quote, miscarriage of justice, unquote, of the Rittenhouse case. Others have called for a federal civil rights case against Rittenhouse. There's no clear basis for civil rights prosecution, as Jonathan Turley noted that Rittenhouse is white, shot 3 white men. He was not accused of a hate crime. Moreover, he's not a member of law enforcement or government agency, so he didn't deprive anyone of their civil rights under federal law. That is what constitutional law attorney Jonathan Turley was talking about. But they'll keep talking about it, the civil liability on which side, and will the families have any kind of civil liability? There's already the talk of cases popping up. But again, there's opportunity in all of this for healing. And the media has no interest. None. All right, we'll talk about this more, some of the audio over the weekend, some of the outrageous audio over the weekend. Certainly we'll get to that. Biden's Build Back Better bill enriches blue state fat cats and dings the middle class. Really, it does? Oh, who knew? Well, everybody knew it. So we're going to get to that story coming up as well. Also, there's a Beto O'Rourke sighting, which is interesting because he was confronted by someone who didn't want him anywhere near Texas as far as running again. And Beto saying, yeah, we're going to take away your guns. Back to that again. These are not exactly winning strategies. And for some reason, Democrats do not want to get rid of these losing strategies. That's another discussion we're going to have, because it was Bill Maher who brought that up. Like, why is it that Democrats continually want to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory? Why? Because the Republicans exist. They help them. They help them to do it. I mean, I hate to say it, but come on now. We'll get to that coming up, too. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along.
92.5, Fox News, right all along.
This Fox Business Report is presented by the Darda Real Estate Group at dardagroup.com.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Global supply chain woes are beginning to recede, but the Wall Street Journal reports shipping, manufacturing, and retail executives say they don't expect to return to more normal operations until next year, and that cargo will continue to be delayed if COVID-19 outbreaks disrupt key distribution hubs. The Thanksgiving travel rush is already underway, with U.S. flyers flocking to airports and millions of drivers expected to fill highways. Some 48.3 million people are expected to drive, 4.2 million will travel by air, and another million will travel by bus, train, or cruise ship. For drivers, the average U.S. price of regular-grade gasoline held steady over the past 2 weeks at $3.49 per gallon. Industry analysts say that spiking ethanol costs offset a drop in crude oil prices. Crude oil futures lower overnight. Asian shares closed mixed. U.S. stock futures higher overnight. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal Giangrasso, invested in you.
With each breath, allergens, germs, and viruses get trapped in your nose. Now, there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. N-A-V-A-G-E. Available at Navage.com.
Fever is the leading symptom of COVID and the flu, and the only way to reliably detect it is with an accurate thermometer. Be vigilant and be accurate with the Exergen Temporal Scanner, whose accuracy has been proven in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They're proven to be inaccurate and will not reliably detect a fever that might mean COVID. Be sure to seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Learn more at Exergen.com.
During the season of giving, you might give away more than you want.
Sweater for Mom, video game for Jake, and my credit card for someone named Gina?
More online activity can mean more exposed personal info, but LifeLock by Norton has identity theft protection all wrapped up. And if you become a victim, we'll work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but you can get Black Friday savings up to 35% off your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com today.
Tune in on Sunday mornings, Fox News 92.5, Dr. Amy Robbins and Maximize Living Radio. I'm going to be going over topics like leaky gut, weight loss resistance, how to fix your chronic aches and pains, how to deal with all of those things in a natural way, how to sleep better. So there's a different topic every single week that we're going to be covering. Tune in and get the help that you need.
It's time to drive in first-class style in a brand new Genesis luxury sedan or SUV. Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and we're the #1 selling Genesis dealer in the nation for two very good reasons: our professional sales staff and our incredible selection. Like the all-new Genesis GV70, named Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year, it features incredible performance, athletic styling, and superior technology. Or check out the all-new Genesis GV80, luxurious and pushes the limits of style and performance with all-road capability and show-stopping design. Also, according to J.D. Power, the G80 ranked #1 in initial quality among upper mid-size premium cars. Test drive a G80 and see for yourself. Genesis of Naples needs to be your first choice for luxury. So please visit us on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
Based on January 2021 retail sales. For J.D. Power 2021 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Alda's Diner in Naples makes everything from scratch with daily homemade specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Enjoy big portions of your favorite comfort foods, from steak and eggs or pancakes for breakfast to fantastic salads or their famous Donald J. Burger for lunch or dinner. And don't forget about Alda's extensive bar menu with drink specials for the perfect start to your evening. Make Alda's your go-to spot. They're on the corner of Vanderbilt Beach Road and 951 in Naples. Alda's Diner. There's no place like it.
Wink News Traffic.
A foggy start to your Monday morning drive across most of southern Lee County through Collier County, Naples, Marco Island, and on Alligator Alley and the East Trail. So take it slow and be extra cautious with limited visibility in some areas because of that early morning fog. No problems up and down 75. All of our overnight construction looks like it's cleared up. Heading out on the area bridges, only taking about 2 to 3 minutes in each direction, and we are crash-free right now to start off your morning. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns to the area today after a bit of a foggy start for some. We'll be tracking a strong cold front set to move through beginning late today and into the overnight period. Ahead of that, look for a few areas of rain throughout this afternoon. Things begin to dry up as we head into tonight. That drier and cooler air moving in. Temperatures waking up on your Tuesday near 61 degrees, but we will be looking at cooler daytime highs in the middle 70s. A nice drop in humidity for your Tuesday, along with some breezy conditions Wednesday morning, also featuring a cooler start with lows back down to the 40s for some of our inland zones, low to mid 50s across the coast with a high of 77 degrees. We keep it dry through your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
The news you need, the host you trust, getting it right all day and all night. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
With your help, our servicemen and women who are deployed around the globe will receive Christmas greetings and thoughts of home to brighten their holidays.
It's Trey Radel with 92.5 Fox News. Let's send 10,000 to the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Make a soldier smile this holiday season. Help us send 10,000 Christmas cards to our troops. Check out 925foxnews.com. It's our way of putting a little goodness back in the world.
Thank you from all of us at 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Remember when you'd go to your locally owned retailer when you needed something? For the most part, those days have been gone for a while. Please know that I personally own our dental practice. My name is on the building. I take pride in being a high-quality, honest, local business. We are the backbones of America. And my team is here for you and your dental needs. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll find the very best deals at Duncan's Diamonds. With a purchase of just $2.99 or more, you'll get a free Echo Dot or a pair of Apple AirTags. Spend $4.99 or more and get an Echo Show 8 smart display with Alexa or an Apple HomePod Mini. In fact, we have tons of free gifts with purchase, like Yeti Tundra coolers, 8th generation iPads, even 50-inch Toshiba 4K LED smart TVs. Celebrate our grand opening in Port Charlotte, Christmas, and free gifts at Duncan's Diamonds. You get the best quality diamonds at the best prices, better than you'll find at any other jewelry company. We are the #1 jewelry company in Southwest Florida. We will not be beat by anyone in quality or price. But for Black Friday, we're amping up the great value. Come in now for all the free gifts, only at Duncan's Diamonds. US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, Naples at Mercado, and Port Charlotte Town Center.
Seems like everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. That's right, Southwest Florida. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. And remember, folks, it doesn't matter when or where you originally bought that trade-in from. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Keith, owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. We've dodged a bullet this year from hurricanes and tropical storms, thankfully. Hurricane season is getting worse year after year. Storm Shield wants you to be prepared for next season before it's too late. We offer fair pricing and do what most other companies don't do, like show you the window, let you inspect the warranty, and use employees versus subcontractors for installation. We have energy-efficient, Miami-Dade approved windows, which is the highest certification for impact window approval. You can expect ethical business practices, quality over quantity. We hope this information is helpful to you when you choose a window company to replace your windows and doors, and wish you all the best in your quest for the right company. Call us today at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit us on the web at stormshieldswfl.com. That's stormshieldswfl.com. License number CGC A60475.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Thanksgiving season, and I have a lot to be thankful for. I thank God every day I'm an American, and I live in the great state of Florida, surrounded by all the beautiful people that live here in Southwest Florida. I also thank God for my family and friends, and my Rotary Club in LaBelle, and all the things that we're able to do to help our community. Every day when I wake up, I smile at my beautiful wife, Holly, and I'm thankful for the life we've made together. I hope you have a reason to thank God this Thanksgiving, and share that reason with your family and friends. At Kobe Cooling, we're thankful for our family of customers and all the people that we interact with every day. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Families serving families. Happy Thanksgiving from all the Kobes at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Retire with Grace with Bob Grace, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon to get the answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retire with Grace, a Tri-Found company, Saturday mornings at 8 and Sundays at noon. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Veteran Dan Tellep, a real estate broker, Florida real estate instructor, and author of How to Buy Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned. Now available in paperback, ebook, and audiobook at TellepGroupRealty.com.
Hi, I'm Dan Tellep. I wrote How to Buy Residential Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned to build your confidence and alert you to common missteps when buying. Get my book at TellepGroupRealty.com. TELEP GroupRealty.com.
Liberals suck. That's why we have Clay and Buck. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton. Today, noon to 3 on 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, DrewSteele.com, the website, Steele, that's 3 E's. Thank you for watching and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up this morning, 7:05, we'll speak with Brian Kilmeade, Fox and Friends. You know him from there, and also writes books. He's a great author, in case you didn't know. He's got a brand new book out we're going to talk about coming up in just a bit. 8:05, our good friend Matt Whitaker is going to join us as well, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Rittenhouse case. We're going to talk about a lot of different things going on with the headlines. He's always great with that across the board, so we'll have a conversation about what's going on in the news cycle today, including some of what we're hearing, again, from the media in a lot of different ways. You know, the one thing that has been bothering me all weekend, and I really didn't want to get into this, and it's really how many people that I talked to had a chance to go outside of Southwest Florida and hang out with some music friends over the weekend. People that I haven't seen in a long time, and good friends who are always common sense people that I can sit with and talk to, because as friends, you can have conversations with people that you haven't seen in a long time. And even if you disagree on politics, your friendship trumps that. It should. See what I did there? The little, yeah. You know what I'm saying, Jake? Typically, you would believe that because you know where I was this weekend. We had that conversation. And so I was around a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time in the music industry. Great friendships. Knowing full well what I do, the politics doesn't come up. The friendship comes first. It's like picking up where we left off. Everything is great. No issues. You talk to some people that you don't know who find out what you do, and you quickly find out how heads will butt. There'll be things said under their breath that you are surprised and shocked about. But these are people you don't know. They don't have a connection with you. The only connection that they have is that they're in the same location with you for a concert, a show, or whatever the case may be. That's their connection. Other than that, they don't know you. So they've already staked a position and are quick to jump in a negative direction if they don't like where you are. That's not friendship. Friendship is a completely different thing. You know what I mean, Jake? It's like that's been something that manifested itself over the weekend, but something that we talked about on numerous occasions. How you've got to figure out whether or not when you have friends and politically you have this divide, whether or not that friendship is strong enough to last through that. Well, if you can dismiss all of that and still get to the fundamentals as to why you were a friend and everything was fine until Trump came along. No, really, let's be honest, right? That's really what it was, right? Because you could argue with people back and forth all day about Barack Obama and not lose friendships, but somehow Trump comes along and it's like, that's it, I'm out. How did that happen? But having said that it is a media that feeds information to people that's disinformation that is so obvious when you talk to people that you don't know, and some that you do, that you don't even realize where they are politically. And when they start to say things like, no kidding, Jake, this was some of the conversation I had over the weekend. I know I'm kind of being cryptic and vague about where I was over the weekend. Let's just say I was at a show, I was at a concert. Some very well-known people were there that you know, and people that, and artists that you don't, but people that I talk to that, interesting where they stand. How many people over the weekend would say things like, if you don't have the vaccine, you're going to get COVID because if I'm vaccinated, I'm 95% protected. I don't have to worry about getting it or spreading it. Do you know how many people said that to me over the weekend? Multiple people said it. Like, do you realize that that's not true? And then when you presented them with the facts, that they got mad. Like, that's a bad thing to say. No, you don't understand. I've already heard this before. I'm vaccinated. I'm good. Look at all these people that aren't wearing masks, for example, that are at the show. I just can't even believe it. I feel so uncomfortable. Why? Oh, because if everybody was masked up, we would be safer. How? And then the anger that pursues. The governor of the state of Florida, he's, I'll tell you what, the policies and the things that he's done and the people that have died before the governor. What? Because you got what kind of problem with the governor do you have exactly? Like, all of the things that the media has been pushing for the longest time and how it sits with people and how even after 18 plus months, how long it's been. I mean, we're going to go on 2 years coming up, the beginning of the vid and the pandemic. And the things that we are finding out now and the connections and the lack of things that we know about the start and how it started and the things you can't even talk about. There was a news story out yesterday. AP was shocked to find out and puzzled, for example, about some of the things that they've witnessed with regard to the vid and in Africa. Let me see if I can find this AP story. And this is going to go to AP specifically because of some of the things that they've put out. You're not going to believe it. There was a story that came out. Here it is. All right, stop. Oh, this computer. We just had an update on the computer, and it acts really weird. Okay. You ready, Jake? Here we go. AP. They're talking about the coronavirus pandemic and some trending news. They're confused. There's a story that's going on right now. They don't understand what's happening. Here's the quote from AP, but there's something mysterious going on in Africa that's puzzling scientists, said Wafa El-Sadr, chair of global health at Columbia University. Quote, Africa doesn't have the vaccines and the resources to fight COVID that they have in Europe and the U.S., but somehow they seem to be doing better, she said. Fewer than 6% of people in Africa are vaccinated. For months, the WHO has described Africa as, quote, one of the least affected regions in the world in its weekly pandemic reports. How does this happen? Now, there may be some people who understand a little bit about what's going on there and might say, well, could it be the fact that people take an anti-malaria drug that everybody knows, hydroxychloroquine, that people know about, and they've been, and is that what it is? Is it the use of therapeutics like ivermectin that's out there? But we're not allowed to say that. I don't want to do that. People are wondering, like, how is this possible? And again, it goes back to what the media does and does not do. What they do well. You know what they do well? They don't give you all the facts and information. And will do things like rip and read stories from the AP that could be some of the most outrageous stories, but yet they'll still run with it as headlines on their pages. The GOP embraces natural immunity as substitute for vaccines. This is a story that AP has out right now as we speak. And there are some outlets in the state that are running with this. I'm not kidding. Republicans fighting President Joe Biden's coronavirus vaccine mandates are wielding a new weapon against the White House rules. You ready? Natural immunity. What are you? They're talking about natural immunity. They contend that people who have recovered from the virus have enough immunity and antibodies to not need COVID-19 vaccines, and the concept has been invoked by Republicans as a sort of stand-in for vaccines. It is! The evidence is there. They won't even look at that evidence. That's what people have been saying. Don't you get it? If you get it naturally, you have an immunity that is stronger than the vaccine. Florida wrote natural immunity into state laws this week as GOP lawmakers elsewhere are pushing similar measures to sidestep vaccine mandates. If I had it already, why do I need the vaccine if my immunity level is as strong as the vaccine is? And the claims that are there, lawsuits over the mandates, have also begun to leaning on the idea. Conservative federal, it goes through Republican, conservative, DeSantis. You see the game here. They're trying to make it seem as if that there are two universes, and somehow it's Republicans and conservatives that live in this lost universe of you got this freedom and liberty thing going on, and you got to calm down because it's about the safety and security of the American people, and that also is COVID, and you all are spreading the vaccine, they're spreading the virus, and you unvaccinated, and wait, what? Are you still running with this? Yes. Even Governor DeSantis yesterday, he was being interviewed. I don't know if it was over the weekend or last week. Ben Shapiro was doing an interview with him on Daily Wire, and he was talking about what the media does and does not do and how he sees it and he recognizes what's going on with the media.
Well, I think it's just a matter of just understanding kind of what time it is. Now, if this was a media that was dedicated to factual reporting, gathering facts, putting it out, then, you may want to behave a little bit differently. But in fact, they're highly partisan. And not only are they highly partisan, they really are detached from reality and from facts at this point. Their main goal is to pursue their narratives. And so if you have facts that undercut their narratives, they are either going to ignore those facts or actively try to smother those facts.
And let me just stop. Again, you go back to the AP story. GOP embraces natural immunity as substitute for vaccines. No, there's a fact that natural immunity is at least as durable as the vaccine immunity is. Don't lie about that, or don't make it seem like it's something that it's, but they can't help themselves. And the governor recognizes that.
That's just where we're at. And so these corporate outlets, I think in terms of what they've done to their reputations with the Russia collusion report, they were manufacturing that whole story. They gave each other Pulitzer Prizes for reporting on a false conspiracy theory. And so, if you had asked me 10 years ago about the media, I wouldn't have said they were our friend, but I'd say, they have a liberal bias. You got to be careful of that. But now you just got to understand those corporate outlets are so untethered from the truth. They are so highly partisan. That's the way you have to treat them. And so when they're trying to pursue narratives, I don't let them get away with it. If they're trying to just get information to try to do a hit piece, I don't let them get away with it. And the thing is when you have the facts on your side, it's very difficult for them because a lot of them, all they do is recycle whatever the narrative du jour of the day is. But I would say Republicans have to understand, don't try to get these people to like you, okay? That's not what they're going to do. You got to understand what their role.
Yeah, you got to understand what their role is. Republicans want to be liked by the media. They got to stop doing that. They're not going to. You know what their role is, and you know that they're just Democrat operatives. That's basically what the media is. But the opportunity to give the truth on a lot of different levels and give all the information out there, the facts, and choose not to do it. And even when it comes to the vid, and I'll just end it this way. John Cassio, program director, had this little nugget that he found on the Twitterverse. And again, it's all on the record, everybody. It's all on the record about the misinformation coming out from everybody. Listen to some of this. Jake, are you ready for this? Here we go. Listen. Again, this is the media. This is what they do.
Hey, you're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
These vaccines are highly, highly effective.
Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
They're really, really good against variants.
Everyone who takes the vaccine is not just protecting themselves, but reducing their transmission
to other people and allowing society to get back to normal.
Get your first shot, and when you're due for your second, get your second shot.
A key goal is to stop the transmission, to get the immunity levels up so that you get almost no infection going.
All right, so that's just some of it. That thing is 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. You got to hear some of this. I'm looking at the time, and I want to make sure we have time for Brian Kilmeade on the other side of the break. But again, opportunities to give you all the information, and yet you have the media and Democrats out there, and the CDC and the NIH and Fauci, who are choosing another path. 239-479-5592. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
There's a reason they call tasteless, stale food leftovers. Feed your brain the right way. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hey, this is Papa with Casey, Carrie, and Cody. And as most of you know, when Irma hit in September of 2017, thousands of people tried unsuccessfully to call a roofing company, but all the roofers were so overwhelmed they could not handle or even answer those calls. Now here we are, 4 years later, and many of those same people are still waiting to have their roofs repaired. So we are implementing our proactive list. If you want to be on our list, call me for our free tile inspection. Once we inspect your roof, you will be on the proactive list. If or when the next storm hits, you will have no need to call any roofer because we will be calling you automatically to see if you need help. We can offer emergency repairs and tarp service or whatever your roof requires. Call Papa now for our free tile inspection, 945-2700. We believe it's wise to be proactive and it costs you nothing to join our list. Call Papa for our free tile inspection at 945-2700. That's 945-2700. Area code 239-945-2700.
License number CCC 1326213.
It's Rockstar Harley's Triple Zero event. Zero cash down, zero interest, and zero payments until 2022 on any new Harley this week. Annual percentage rates such as 1.99% and no payments until 2022 on any new Harley. Rockstar Harley's Triple Zero event. Now through Sunday.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
If you're moving, selling, or purchasing furniture and need help getting it home, there are a lot of moving companies to choose from. But wait, all moving companies are not created equal. Sure, if you're moving your college students' furniture, hiring young movers is fine. But if you're moving highly valued items, you need Rice's Moving and Transport. They meticulously pad wrap everything and secure your valuables and gently pack, transport, and set them up. Rice's Moving and Transport employs skilled professional movers who respect your belongings, not just young hunks who can lift heavy things. Moving is stressful enough. Don't stress about hiring the right moving company. Here's what Teresa in Naples said about Rice's Moving and Transport. I was so impressed when your moving crew came to my home. They politely introduced themselves by name. Seems small, but it made an impression. When you need help moving, trust Rice's Moving and Transport. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
Hi, this is Jay, president of Big Island Builders, a custom home builder here in Naples. For over 20 years, our company has had the privilege of building some of the most high-quality, unique homes in Naples. Recently, we built a home on Yucca Road in Naples that we consider our crowning achievement. This home was recognized and awarded 5 Sandollar Awards. To see a virtual tour or pictures of this amazing home, please visit our website at bigislandbuilders.com.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony, no frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Want to see more? Go to My Shower Door.
Seems like everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. That's right, Southwest Florida. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. And remember, folks, it doesn't matter when or where you originally bought that trade-in from. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Dr. Pugh with Melanie Pugh Gentle Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. I'm a long way from my hometown in Frenchburg, Kentucky, but I'm not far away from the values that I learned there. Take responsibility, work hard, do a great job, and treat people right. The world has gotten crazy, but I want you to know that when you step into our dental office, we follow those same values that I grew up with. That will never change. Learn more about us at drmelaniepugh.com. That's Melanie Pugh, Pugh.com.
I'm Russ McCaskey.
I'm Nicole Gabe.
The news doesn't wait.
And neither should you.
Breaking right now at 3, an update on a recent investigation.
Sheriff's Office is holding a press conference.
When it breaks...
Wink News now. Wink News now. It breaks on Wink first.
Wink News. We know you'll agree.
The place to be at 3
is Wink TV.
Next, Rachel.
Stop the disaster in its tracks.
Thanksgiving week is here, but have no fear.
Oh no, this is cold. Here's the secret.
Team Rach has your back in disaster prevention. The Kitchen's Jeff Morrow talks Turkey Prep 101.
See how juicy that is, Rachel?
And Sarah Moulton carves up the bird with her no-fail tips.
You can do this.
Plus, lighter fare for the family to share.
Man, this smells crazy.
Next, Rachel.
Rachel Ray, weekday mornings at 11 on the CW.
You can't go wrong when you're getting it right. 92.5 WFSX Estero, Fox News. Right, all along.
This is a Fox News alert. A Christmas parade turns deadly. I'm Dave Anthony. It happened in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
And out of nowhere, it was a red Ford SUV just plowed right through all the people in the parade.
And as he watched in horror,
and you could hear people screaming and bodies thumping.
Fox's Evan Brown has more live.
Yeah, Dave, at least 5 are dead and more than 40 injured following that red SUV plowing through marchers and watchers at the holiday parade in Waukesha, just west of Milwaukee.
We're no longer looking for a suspect vehicle. We do have a person of interest in custody at the moment, but this is still a very fluid investigation.
Police Chief Daniel Thompson. More information is expected to be released later today. There are plenty of video recordings from multiple vantage points posted online, including a still photo of a red SUV with a damaged front end sitting in a driveway with a police officer standing near it. Dave?
Evan Summers still angry in nearby Kenosha about Kyle Rittenhouse's acquittal on murder charges for killing 2 protesters during a riot last year. He claims he feared for his life and acted in self-defense. NAACP President Derek Johnson tells CBS Face the Nation the verdict was
a warning shot that vigilante justice is allowed in this country or in particular communities.
Some, including President Biden last year as a candidate, have linked Rittenhouse to white supremacy. He tells Fox,
I'm not a racist person. I support the BLM movement. I support peacefully demonstrating.
The Kyle Rittenhouse interview with Tucker Carlson will be at 8 p.m. tonight on Fox News Channel. Closing arguments are today in Georgia in the murder trial for 3 men accused in the death of Ahmaud Arbery, a black man shot while jogging last year. They claim he was a suspected burglar. It's mandate day for federal workers who have to show their COVID vaccination proof. Those who didn't get a shot or a religious or medical exemption could be punished or fired. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News, traffic.
Good morning. We have a crash with injuries and roadblock along State Road 29 at County Route 830 in LaBelle. That's south of the center of LaBelle, just north of the Collier County line. So watch out for some delays there. FHP heading to that crash scene right now, along with EMS, checking for those injuries. Also, we have a crash causing delays westbound on Daniels Parkway, approaching Treeline Avenue and I-75 at the intersection of Chana Court, so coming just off of Chamberlain out of the Gateway area. And in Collier County, a minor crash at Collier Boulevard and winding Cypress Boulevard should be getting cleared up in East Naples right now. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns to the area today after a bit of a foggy start for some. We'll be tracking a strong cold front set to move through beginning late today and into the overnight period. Ahead of that, look for a few areas of rain throughout this afternoon. Things begin to dry up as we head into tonight. That drier and cooler air moving in. Temperatures waking up on your Tuesday near 61 degrees, but we will be looking at cooler daytime highs in the middle 70s. A nice drop in humidity for your Tuesday, along with some breezy conditions Wednesday morning, also featuring a cooler start with lows back down to the 40s for some of our inland zones, low to mid 50s across the coast with a high of 77 degrees. We keep it dry through your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Bugged by the left? Log on to rightallalong.net, the place to find 92.5 Fox News online.
Thank you, Southwest Florida, for thinking about our men and women serving overseas this time of year. It is so important that we remember them with Christmas cards. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. But you can also drop them off at any one of 5 Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida. Fort Myers, Cape Coral, Bonita, and 2 in Naples. Thank you to Mel's Diner. 10,000 for the troops. 92.5 Fox News.
It's Medicare open enrollment now through December 7th. That means it's time to look at your coverage options. Whether you're almost 65 or been enrolled for years, you have a choice and the chance to pick the best plan for your lifestyle. Millennium Physician Group is here to help with our Medicare Connect program. Learn the latest plan options, compare coverage, and enroll. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com and live your best life with the best Medicare plan for you. Millennium Medicare Connect. Visit yourmedicareconnect.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy. If you're thinking about buying new windows, consider New South. Don't even think about buying windows from anyone else till you see what our factory can do for you. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
True relief for back and neck pain. Back pain, neck pain, we hear so much about it every day, but most people never understand what causes it. Very often, it is more than just sore muscles. Many times, it is caused by disc and nerve compression in the spine. This is very often not addressed. The only way to get pressure off the discs in the spine is to decompress the discs. Here at Johnson Spinal Care 596 Back, non-surgical spinal decompression is a specially designed, computerized table to provide gentle, precise pulling to draw pressure off the discs and release the nerves. This process draws blood back into the discs, allowing them to heal. Completely safe and comfortable for any age. No hanging upside down. Patients with stenosis, sciatica, bulging discs, neuropathy, scoliosis all find great, long-lasting relief with decompression. Call my Medicare-friendly office today for a free telephone consultation. Johnson Spinal Care, 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Thank you for waking us all up out here, for all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. The website, Steele S3Es. We appreciate you watching and subscribing to the podcast. Coming up, we're waiting for a phone call from Brian Kilmeade. We're going to be talking about his new book, hopefully coming up in the next couple of minutes. The President and the Freedom Fighter, Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass.
and their battle to save America's soul. So we're going to talk about that book coming up. Hopefully he'll be joining us. I know he's quite busy, so we'll see if we get a few minutes with him this morning. Coming up, some of the conversation we will have. Certainly we'll be keeping an eye on the story that was breaking over the weekend. Just a horrific story. Person of interest taken into custody following the horrific attack at the Waukesha Christmas parade. Several fatalities, 11 adults, 12 pediatric patients, a car driving through this Christmas parade, and more details continue to come out about this story as we get more. We'll have them for you this morning. Also, some of the other things going on, including the talk about the Rittenhouse verdict after Kenosha now. Even the vice president had something to say about this, about the verdict speaking for itself. Well, what does she mean? Is that the way she left it? Nope, there was even more on that topic. So we'll get to that coming up in just a bit. And also, Bill Maher. Listen, every once in a while you have Bill Maher saying something that raises eyebrows. Nobody likes a snob. He slammed AOC and other woke Democrats for being out of touch with most of America. But are they listening? The answer is no. It doesn't appear that they will listen. And why? Why is it that they refuse to listen to people like Bill Maher, who are like, listen, your wokeness and cancel culture is canceling you. You're running out of people to cancel. It's coming back at you. The American people are not listening to the minority of voices are not speaking for the majority. They're just not. And you're part of the minority of voices with the woke and the cancel culture and how it continues. And so we're going to play some of that audio. It's an interesting an interesting portion of his program, and certainly interesting times that we're living in. 239-479-5592. Hey, a reminder that coming up, we've got 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Coming up, that opportunity for all of us to get together, send out those Christmas cards with a warm message inside to our men and women serving overseas. And that opportunity getting closer and closer. But so is the deadline. December 3rd is the deadline to get those cards out so that we can get them vetted and get them to where they need to go. Again, you can drop them off at any one of Mel's Diner locations as well. So thanks to Mel's for being a part of it this year, and to Kilmeade and everybody over at Lee Health and all the volunteers who vet the cards to make sure that they are ready to go. Don't forget, no glitter inside the card, and don't seal the envelopes. Just send them, and we'll take care of that because they're going to have to be opened up anyway and vetted. So again, 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Try to remember what the number was from Friday. I'm trying to look it up. What did we? It was like 5,000. What was it? Wasn't it like 5,470? I think was Friday. 5,470 cards so far. So we're getting close to that 10,000 mark. And with your help, we will certainly get there. All right, 239-479-5592. Yeah, we'll never give up. Protests erupting across the world over government COVID tyranny. We continue to hear that. I'm shocked and surprised again by local, state, national media outlets who are just running with an AP story about how bad it is here and across the globe because of the right wing. It's right wing individuals. That's what it is. It's right wing groups that are causing all of this. The protests across the globe. I'm not kidding. I'm looking at an article, tens of thousands of protesters, many from far-right groups, marched through Vienna on a Saturday after the Austrian government announced a nationwide lockdown beginning Monday to contain skyrocketing coronavirus infections. They're locking everything down. This is what's happening. We're getting back to that. The AP are calling them far-right. Far right. And this is the thing. The media outlets just run with it. AP says it. Oh, that's got to be the case. Tens of thousands of freedom-loving people marching against new tyrannical public health measures. But it's all far-right people that's doing this. That's right. Partial and full lockdowns, health passports, mandatory vaccinations. Why is this all happening? I mean, in Rotterdam, in the Netherlands, you've got some violence happening as demonstrators clash with police. In The Hague, they're getting upset. About all of this. Australia says no. Probably some of the biggest protests were in Australia and in Croatia. One of the biggest protests may have been in Croatia's northwestern capital. Citizens Free Press reports as many as 100,000 flooded streets to protest the government's health passports and new COVID measures. So all over the globe. Rome, they are protesting. So why is this? Is this just far right-wing extremists? Is that what it is? It's the far right. It's Trump. That's what it is. It's Trump all over the globe. That's the reason why this is taking. Do you really think that that's what's happening here? Do you honestly think that that's what this is? And again, there are people that do. The AP is one of them. And we go back to the story about the media and what they're doing. This is the story that they're putting out there. That it's the far right that is upset about this. You know, it's, I hate to say it's pretty simple, but it is pretty simple. People are now tired and over and done with COVID. They're just done with it. And it's not like we're tired and over it because it has been a part of our lives for so long now. It's because of everything that they've been told to do across the globe. Everybody has been told that all the way from the beginning, throughout this process, all you have to do is do this, and then do this, and then do this, and then do this. And this constant changing, moving of the goalposts and what is and is not natural immunity and herd immunity. We can't say herd immunity. We can't say any of the therapeutic names, but we have to take a vaccine, and a vaccine that works like a therapy, but it's really a vaccine. But then again, if you look up the definition of vaccine, it's not a vaccine. So let's change the definition of a vaccine. Like, these are the things that are taking place, and people across the globe see this. That's what it is. Dr. Scott Atlas was talking about it on Fox News over the weekend about natural immunity, for example.
Maria, Dr. Carson's right, and I would say it even more so, is that the data shows, listen, this is not even news. This is something that was known for decades. This is basic knowledge about viral infection, including coronaviruses, by the way, of which 4 are circulating separate from this one, is that we know, and the data shows, that natural immunity, people who have recovered from the disease, not only have protection, they have better protection. According to the data in the studies are particularly in Israel, they have 27-fold less incidence of symptomatic COVID than people who've been vaccinated but never had the disease. They have an 8-fold less incidence of hospitalizations, people who've recovered from the infection naturally, than people who've been vaccinated and never had the infection.
No, you're not allowed to say that. No. And why not? Natural infection confers protection, significant durable protection, and we are, as far as he reads it, the only country that he knows of in peer nations who refuse to accept it. If you're in Europe, they count having had the infection as protection. So how come it's not happening here? What's going on? Why is this the case? And that's what people are. And again, when you go to the far-right extremists, they're the ones that are upset across the globe that all of these people protest, hundreds of thousands of people. It's Trump supporters. That's what it is. It's Orange Man bad, causing all of these. Are you kidding? Again, it goes back to simply what everybody has been asking for since day one. And if you're telling them to do this and this and this and this and that, this is what this is and this is what that is, and then these are the definitions that we have to change, and then all of a sudden the goalposts move, then everybody's getting upset that they're done, that they're just done. And I played a little clip of this audio, and again, this was John Cassio, our program director, who sent this to me. And this was somebody that was suggesting that, look, it's all on record, that if you follow the money, it sure feels like the misinformation is coming from all of these individuals who keep saying these things about vaccines and mandates and moving the goalposts and changing their minds, and who it seems like is all in on this. And they started off with Bill Gates, and I guess they're talking about something that Glenn Beck was bringing up during his controversial video that he had out, well, during his show. I mean, I guess it's out on YouTube, but his video about COVID or conspiracy, and leaving information out for people to see, and and what he described in his special and the concerns that the government gets a piece of the Moderna vaccine, and is that what this is all about? Every time somebody gets a jab, that somebody's getting paid, and that's the information he presented. He presented the paperwork to suggest that all of this is what's going on. You can see it for yourself. You can study, and again, give him credit for at least giving all the information that he has and then saying, look, debunk this, prove this is wrong, because nobody wants to believe the opposite. And then when you have this, and I guess I'll play this now and then we'll go to break, Jake. When you have this video and you hear the voices and you think about that, and then you hear this, you start to scratch your head a little bit.
There's been over a 20-to-1 return.
If you had put that money into an S&P 500 and reinvested the dividends, you'd come up with something like $17 billion, but you think it's $200 billion.
Here, yeah.
You're okay. You're not going to get COVID if you have these vaccinations.
These vaccines are highly, highly effective.
Vaccinated people do not carry the virus, don't get sick.
They're really, really good against variants.
Everyone who takes the vaccine is not just protecting themselves, but reducing their transmission to other people and allowing society to get back to normal.
Get your first shot, and when you're due for your second, get your second shot.
A key goal is to stop the transmission, to get the immunity levels up so that you get almost no infection going on whatsoever.
When people are vaccinated, they can feel safe that they are not going to get infected.
If you're vaccinated, you're not going to be hospitalized, you're not going to be in an ICU unit, and you're not going to die. If you are fully vaccinated, you no longer need to wear a mask.
Anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large or small, without wearing a mask or physical distancing. But what they can't do anymore is prevent transmission.
We didn't have vaccines that block transmission. We got vaccines that help you with your health, but they only slightly reduce the transmissions. We need a new way of doing the vaccine.
The level of virus in the nasopharynx of a person who's vaccinated and infected is the same level as the level of virus in the nasopharynx of an unvaccinated person.
Reports from our international colleagues, including Israel, suggest increased risk of severe disease amongst those vaccinated early.
And if you look at Israel, which has always been a month to a month and a half ahead of us, they are seeing a waning of immunity, not only against infection, but against hospitalizations and to some extent death. A booster might actually be an essential part of the primary regimen that people should have.
The plan is for every adult to get a booster shot.
It's clearly one of the best investments I've ever been involved in.
All right. Listen, where some may say that's not fair because information changes, they were saying all of these things as the information was coming out and the little that we knew at the beginning, and all of a sudden now we come to a different place, and that's why all of this has changed. Then why couldn't it have been presented that way since day one? Why couldn't it have been out there that way? Why would you change the definition of a vaccine from the CDC's website? Why would you change the definition of a vaccine to fit what this vaccine is? Way too many questions that still have yet to be answered. But it's on record. If you're talking about misinformation and where it's coming from, people hear that and are thinking to themselves, help me make sense of it. Help us make sense of it. And so when there are protests around the globe and we're getting ready for shutdowns, and here we go again, and we're rolling into the holiday season, we're talking about supply chains and fuel and gas prices and shortages in stores and all the things that people are being affected by across the globe. And here we go again with what we know about this at this present time. It's not right-wing protests across the globe. It's not Trump supporters across the globe spanning. No. That's not what's going on. It's people who are hearing this and seeing what the evidence is on the ground and finding out more on their own and saying, well, something's not right here. Just asking the questions. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele Eyes for Ease. We appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. Thank you so much. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. Yeah, it's Therese O'Shea.
A very foggy start to the morning drive heading across Collier County, especially if you're in the area right around Alligator Alley, I-75, right around Collier Boulevard and through North Naples, even heading into Bonita Springs. Definitely going to be a little bit of a foggy start there as well. Crash getting cleared up on Daniels Parkway, still causing westbound backups coming out of Gateway. The intersection of Chana Court is where that crash was, but you'll see all those delays approaching Treeline Avenue and I-75 westbound. Not too bad if you're heading on the area bridges in and out of Cape Coral right now. Should be about a 2-3 minute drive in each direction. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns today ahead of a cold front that'll be passing through late today and into tonight. Look for a mix of clouds and sun with some spotty rain throughout the afternoon. Temperatures topping off near 83 degrees. As we start to usher in that drier air, we dry things up heading into tonight. Temperatures waking up tomorrow morning slightly cooler in the lower 60s, where we will be looking at plenty of sunshine for your Tuesday. Highs back down to the middle 70s, a nice drop in humidity, and it will be breezy at times for your Tuesday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
When listening to the radio in your car, remember to always drive on the right side of the road. Keep it here on 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll find the very best deals at Duncan's Diamonds. With a purchase of just $2.99 or more, you'll get a free Echo Dot or a pair of Apple AirTags. Spend $4.99 or more and get an Echo Show 8 smart display with Alexa or an Apple HomePod Mini. In fact, we have tons of free gifts with purchase, like Yeti Tundra coolers, 8th generation iPads, even 50-inch Toshiba 4K LED smart TVs. Celebrate our grand opening in Port Charlotte, Christmas, and free gifts at Duncan's Diamonds. You get the best quality diamonds at the best prices, better than you'll find at any other jewelry company. We are the #1 jewelry company in Southwest Florida. We will not be beat by anyone in quality or price. But for Black Friday, we're amping up the great value. Come in now for all the free gifts, only at Duncan's Diamonds. US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, Naples at Mercado, and Port Charlotte Town Center.
IRAs have always been a great way for investors to direct their investment dollars into real estate investments, but that option is under attack in Biden's new Build Back Better plan. Ty Lassiter here from Key City Capital to give you the details. Many of our investors choose to use a self-directed IRA to place their investment dollars in Key City Capital because they love the double-digit returns that we deliver. However, if Biden gets his way, the new stimulus package may limit or even remove your freedom to invest with your IRA dollars in most real estate investments. But rest assured, Key City Capital is hard at work to deliver the promised returns to our investors.
Call Key City Capital today for your free tax and wealth analysis appointment at 239-330-2080. That's 239-330-2080. Check us out online at kcap925.com. That's kcap925.com.
It's time to drive in first-class style in a brand-new Genesis luxury sedan or SUV. Hi, I'm Sheila Zellers, owner of Genesis of Naples, and we're the #1 selling Genesis dealer in the nation for two very good reasons: our professional sales staff and our incredible selection. Like the all-new Genesis GV70, named Motor Trend's 2022 SUV of the Year, it features incredible performance, athletic styling, and superior technology. Or check out the all-new Genesis GV80, luxurious and pushes the limits of style and performance with all-road capability and show-stopping design. Also, according to J.D. Power, the G80 ranked #1 in initial quality among upper mid-size premium cars. Test drive a G80 and see for yourself. Genesis of Naples needs to be your first choice for luxury. So please visit us on Airport Road or online at genesisofnaples.com.
Based on January 2021 retail sales. For J.D. Power 2021 U.S. award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Stay right here, because after Drew, it's Glenn Beck, 9 to noon. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along. This is Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
There's a fight now every 3 days on airplanes. I was traveling last weekend. At the gate announcement, the guy was saying, now boarding welterweight to middleweight.
That's kind of, okay. That's mildly funny. Yeah, Bill Maher. Speaking of Bill Maher, when we come back, I wanted to play some Bill Maher audio from over the weekend because he's like, listen, Democrats, once again, for the millionth time, he keeps saying this to the applause of the audience. So they seem to get it, but they're not going to do anything about it. They just want to yuck it up with Bill Maher, who's saying, listen, you got to stop with this whole wokeness stuff. Your wokeness and cancel culture is canceling the party. No, I don't want him to stop. You keep going. Keep doing what you do, because all you're doing is helping us and helping Republicans. Now, of course, helping means that the Republicans actually, if they're in office, have to do something, but that's a whole other story. So we'll play some of that Bill Maher. Again, you got to stop being snobs. You got to stop being into this whole wokeness and cancel culture stuff. Come on now.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District this Thanksgiving weekend for their VIP sale. No reasonable offer refused on the largest selection of GIA loose certified diamonds. Save up to 55% off diamond and colored gemstone jewelry. And ask about 3 years interest-free financing. Only at the Diamond District.
Look and feel your best with Dr. Patrick Flaherty, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Want to hear the latest from an expert? Tune in Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear all the latest innovations in non-surgical, surgical, and lifestyle ideas to help you look and feel your best. Dr. Patrick Flaherty is known for his faces, the fabulous Azul Spa, and now you get your hour with this doctor every Saturday at 10 a.m. Dr. Patrick Flaherty's show is Look and Feel Your Best, hosted by me, Gina Birch. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m. and hear how to look and feel your best.
Like going to college at night without the left-wing kook professors or big college loans. Mark Levin, 8 to 10, 92.5 Fox News. Always free and right all along.
Where do designers store their clients' furniture when doing an estate home remodel? Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, with over 10,000 square feet of air-conditioned storage space. Designers use Rice's Moving and Transport for one reason: trust. They know Rice's Moving team will pad wrap and inspect all articles carefully, then securely store them. Contractors use Rice's during a remodel to store customers' personal items too. Upon completion, everything is then returned to your home, completely unpacked and carefully reassembled. Another important point to consider when selecting a mover is this: only a handful of moving companies actually follow all the laws. Many moving companies simply pay employees in cash. This creates an issue for you as they are not insured. If there's an accident, you're responsible. So if you're planning a whole home or condo remodel, or need help moving and storing your treasured furniture and valuables, trust Rice's Moving and Transport, fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
We believe in better. A better way to invest, a better way to serve you, and a better result. We can help you determine how much risk you're taking, red flags that could be potential problems for you, how much you're paying in fees or commissions, potential tax liability, or even how to address Social Security.
Tune in to WealthWorks Radio with Eric Carney every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on 92.5 Fox News Radio.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Pam Huso. The joy of the holidays shattered in an instant.
We were just sitting enjoying the parade, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, there was a red Ford Escape that had come by at a pretty high rate of speed.
That man in Waukesha, Wisconsin. Police say the SUV plowed into a Christmas parade yesterday, killing at least 5 and injuring more than 40.
Video shows the car smashed through the barricades towards the festivities. An officer opened fire at the vehicle in an attempt to stop it.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. In nearby Kenosha, Wisconsin, another protest to the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict.
We know what injustice looks like.
Rittenhouse was acquitted of shooting 3 men, killing 2 during riots last year. He spoke to Fox's Tucker Carlson. The interview airs at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Fox News Channel. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News, traffic.
A very foggy start to the morning drive heading across Collier County, especially if you're in the area right around Alligator Alley, I-75, right around Collier Boulevard, and through North Naples, even heading into Bonita Springs. Definitely going to be a little bit of a foggy start there as well. Crash getting cleared up on Daniels Parkway, still causing westbound backups coming out of Gateway. The intersection of Chana Court is where that crash was, but you'll see all those delays approaching Treeline Avenue and I-75 westbound. Not too bad if you're heading on the area bridges in and out of Cape Coral right now. Should be about a 2-3 minute drive in each direction. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns to the area today after a bit of a foggy start for some. We'll be tracking a strong cold front set to move through beginning late today and into the overnight period. Ahead of that, look for a few areas of rain throughout this afternoon. Things begin to dry up as we head into tonight. That drier and cooler air moving in. Temperatures waking up on your Tuesday near 61 degrees, but we will be looking at cooler daytime highs in the middle 70s. A nice drop in humidity for your Tuesday, along with some breezy conditions Wednesday morning, also featuring a cooler start with lows back down to the 40s for some of our inland zones, low to mid 50s across the coast at the high of 77 degrees. We keep it dry through your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Whether you're commuting to the office or driving to the beach, always stay to the right with 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen.
Without feeling some pain.
Pro football legend Emmitt Smith knows joint pain, and he also knows the old treatments aren't the only treatments. Today, there's a natural alternative to drugs and surgery. It's biologic therapies from QC Kinetics.
I'm talking regenerative solutions that encourage your body to heal and repair itself.
Do you have pain in your hips, knees, shoulder, lower back? Want to get your life back? The local medical professionals at QC Kinetics can help.
Call to learn more about this exciting natural way to deal with chronic joint pain.
Don't put it off. Call QC Kinetics. Restorative regenerative solutions with no downtime and lasting results.
Don't let your joint pain keep you from doing the things you love. There's a new natural solution that patients are raving about.
QC Kinetics.
Make the call to QC Kinetics. Tell them Emmitt Smith sent you.
Call QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. QC Kinetics, 239-893-PAIN.
Lusk, Draysites, and Talisano believes winning cases is no accident. Your case is important. Pick a firm with resources to actually prosecute your case. If your case is accepted, you're guaranteed to not pay a single penny in fees or costs unless you get a favorable settlement or verdict. Lusk, Draysites, and Talisano has over 35 years of experience handling personal injury cases in Florida. Visit ldtlaw.com for a free consultation today. Winning is no accident. Lusk, Draysites, and Talisano. ldtlaw.com.
Welcome to worry-free banking for your business. At United Fidelity Bank, they offer checking and savings accounts with no hoops and no hassles. Their mobile apps provide you access to your business accounts on the go, and their treasury management services allow you to maximize cash flow by utilizing their impressive digital tools. Plus, with their easy-to-use online banking platform, their bank is always open. They invite you to come and see the difference at United Fidelity Bank, located at 14241 Metro Parkway, Suite 100 in Fort Myers.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. It's Thanksgiving season, and I have a lot to be thankful for. I thank God every day I'm an American, and I live in the great state of Florida, surrounded by all the beautiful people that live here in Southwest Florida. I also thank God for my family and friends, and my Rotary Club in LaBelle, and all the things that we're able to do to help our community. Every day when I wake up, I smile at my beautiful wife, Holly, and I'm thankful for the life we've made together. I hope you have a reason to thank God this Thanksgiving, and share that reason with your family and friends. At Kobe Cooling, we're thankful for our family of customers and all the people that we interact with every day. When you think of air conditioning companies, we hope you'll think of Kobe Cooling. No nonsense and no pressure. We're the company your neighbors use. Families serving families. Happy Thanksgiving from all the Kobe's at Kobe Cooling. License CACO 57313.
Fox News listeners, Saturday morning is the perfect time to talk boats and water fun in Southwest Florida. This is Adam Botana again from Baywater Sousa Boat Club. Join us every Saturday morning from 7 to 8 for the Baywater Boat Club Hour. We talk boats, fishing, boating hotspots, water quality, on top of Jake the Millennial and I just having fun on the radio. And if you don't have a boat, Baywater Sousa Boat Club has got you covered. Just call me, Adam, at 239-495-0455.
The right place for local talk. Drew now. Trey for the Drive at 5. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele S3Es. Thank you for watching, subscribing to the podcast. A lot to talk about coming up, including Beto. Beto is back and confronted. What happens when Beto is confronted by someone who's like, hey, you've already lost like twice. You're going for a third time now? Like, why are you doing this? And yeah, you're not going to be taking away our guns. And Beto was even asked about that over the weekend, you know, like the AR-15. We're going to take away your AR-15. Yeah, we're going to take away your... Really? What does he say about that now? You might be surprised. Not shocked, but surprised to hear that. So that's coming up. Also... we've got 10,000 for the troops, P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. We thank you, everyone, for getting those Christmas cards together with a warm message inside for our men and women serving overseas. Thank you so much for doing that. Your church, organization, school, and business doing it. Mel's Diner locations, a big thank you to Mel's Diner for being a drop-off location. Any one of them across Southwest Florida, you drop them off there, we'll be picking them up. Kilmeade and everybody at Lee Health doing that and vetting the cards, so we can get them out before December 3rd. Again, the cutoff date. Can't say it enough. December 3rd is that cutoff date, and we want to make sure we get them there before Christmas, so that's how we do it. December 3rd, the cutoff date, 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers, 33902. Also, 10 more minutes away, Drew's College of Political Knowledge, 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We have not one, but 2 giveaways today. Is that right? You want to double check that and triple check that? Because it seems like we got all kinds of stuff to give away. So this is going to be fun coming up. So great giveaways for Drew's College on the way. You know, I mentioned last week, and again, I was hopeful that sometime this week we'd be able to get David Riaboy on to talk about this Substack story that he had about, look, it's nice, the celebrations about GOP victories in blue states, but it's not going to be worth much if those people do not, the individuals who get elected in those blue states, do nothing. It's not going to be much if Republicans do nothing. It's not going to be much unless we fortify what needs to be fortified, which is the red states and the purple states that need to be red, and the red states that need to be even stronger red. And I'll explain a little bit, because this may make sense as you hear this audio from Bill Maher. Who over the weekend, listen, every once in a while, what is it? A broken clock tells time at least twice every day anyway. Isn't that the expression? The broken clock is right. I don't know. I'm not good with expressions. Something about a squirrel and a nut and something else, right? Isn't that? You don't know what I'm looking at Jake. Like, I'm looking at Jake the millennial. Like a millennial will have any clue. If it's not on his cell phone, he's not really sure. If it's not a meme that popped up on his Instagram account, or it's not on a billboard on his World of Auto Warcraft Part 17 video game, then is that right?
Probably.
Did they do that? They probably do that, right? I don't even know. They put on video games, don't they have ads on the video? Like if you're in a car game, they probably have a billboard that says something like drink Coke or something like that, right?
If they want people to play it, they won't do that.
Is that right?
100% yes.
So that bothers you?
Yes.
What should they do on the billboard? Put a humorous meme? Like a cat holding on saying it's almost Friday or something? Or what is it?
Parody Coca-Cola. Make a fake Coca-Cola.
Oh, so that's what they do, or that's what they should do?
That's what they do.
They put parody? Well, I guess because they probably can't. But that doesn't make... we're going in a completely different place now. I'm just putting this out there. Let me just put this out there real fast. Are you telling me that there has to be a reason why? Maybe Matt Whitaker knows. Later, I'll ask him at 8:05. Maybe not that he knows about video games, but the legal aspects of things. So you're telling me that a video game doesn't use sponsorships for products the way that movies use sponsorships for products? Like you'll see a movie and Tom Hanks will be sitting there at a table and he's got a can of his favorite soda or pop.
Product placements.
Right, product placements. They don't do that in video games? Of course they do. They have to. That's a moneymaker. There's no way that they wouldn't do that.
In sports games, maybe. But other than that, no.
No. I mean, they make a choice. Like if it's a shoot 'em up game, a kill 'em up game, there's probably people that are like, yeah, not really, I don't want to be on that. Okay.
Makes sense.
But there are some, like the sport games, where they're like, we're all over it.
Yeah, well, they have sport brands. I'm not going to name any.
No, but that would make sense. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry, we went to a weird place. All right, so just because Bill Maher, weird place. Is that all right? The point is that Bill Maher had something to say about Democrats this week. It seems like every week he always does something to go after the Democrats, and they're not listening.
And finally, new rule: Democrats who 1 year from now will be licking their wounds and asking themselves how they could have lost the midterms so badly must instead ask themselves that question now. 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 Like, while there's still time to do something about it.
The audience knows it. He knows it. Everybody knows that Democrats are in trouble. It's not hilarious. It's pretty sad that a party that is a uniparty right now, I was going to say something else, but I won't say it. A uniparty, that there's one party. Oh, okay. There's a party that right now is in charge. And you see all the things that are happening around us in this country. You know it's Democrats that are doing it. And Bill Maher is like, you got to do something to stop the bleeding. You got to do something. Well, there's policies. He's going to be talking about the culture, everybody. And this is what I've said a million times. It's of course it's Andrew Breitbart talking about how politics downstream from culture, and the culture war is an important one to battle. And they're just not getting it. On that side of the ledger, Democrats don't get it. The wokeness, the political correctness, the cancel culture, all of this is a problem for them.
In 2008, Republicans only won 4 Virginia counties by more than 70%. This month, in the governor's election there, they did it in 45 counties. And this is what a lot of Democrats were told was the reason for that. Glenn Youngkin's win proves white ignorance is a powerful weapon. Racism still works in Virginia. It's not the messaging, folks. This country simply still loves white supremacy. Well, I haven't worked up an official Democratic campaign slogan for 2024 yet, but I tell you what I have ruled out is vote Democrat because white people suck. That's
Bill. Okay, so Bill, the audience is gasping. They can't believe that that's being said. They're applauding that. You can't go down that road, but yet they're doing it. So is the media. All the same. It's amazing to me how Bill Maher is spelling out all of this, and they're not going to change. They're going to keep doing it. I mean, let them, don't get me wrong. But he's trying to make the point to them. And then lastly, what does he say?
Why is the party that supports so many issues that benefit the middle class still considered out of touch by 62% of Americans?
And let me stop for a second. The party that benefits so many Americans? Like, see, Bill Maher isn't, what is he, like 65 years old? He's an older liberal. I think he still sometimes is in the Bill Clinton era. What are the policies that benefit the middle class? Like, where are these? What are these Democrat policies? Because we're living in it. We're told that these are the policies, the things that are going on right now. What is happening was supposed to benefit all of us. And instead, we're seeing quite the opposite. So what are these magical, mystical policies that Democrats have that somehow they're the ones that people should love? What are those policies?
In plain English, nobody likes a snob. Hillary Clinton didn't have anyone on rural research or outreach when she ran in 2016 until the race tightened just before the election. Then they hired one. And where was his office? Brooklyn. True story. Politics is local, not locally sourced. It's not artisan. It's Art and Stan. Your microaggression culture doesn't play in the Rust Belt. If a staffer hands you a speech that says menstruating people instead of women, don't say that. Say women.
Oh, yeah, oh, that was some uncomfortable applause right there. He knows it. You want to try to play, and he kind of subtly does it. Look, they're just ignorant. That's part of it too, you know. They just don't get it. No. It's the snobs and the elites on the coasts that are dictating what the Democrat Party should be, and they've been running with it for a long time, and somehow they've been winning it because they've been convincing people that they're the party that really does care, when in actuality, no, they don't. They just care about control, and they're showing it more each and every day. And the tyranny that they so love, and the socialism that's bringing them to the place that they truly want to be. And we're all starting to see it. But again, I go back to the David Riaboy article that I would encourage you to read at Substack. It's called, "It's Nice, but It Won't Be Worth Much. Don't expect too much from GOP victories in blue states. Temper expectations in order to better allocate resources, attention, energy, and money." And I think he's spot on with this. As he talked about that he was surprised about the Glenn Youngkin win and this defeat in Virginia, a great win, and how Twitter was happy, and he felt like really bad about being a little concerned about it. But even before Republicans could come down from their post-election high, 13 liberal Republicans voted for the latest of Frankenstein-esque legislation to emerge from Nancy Pelosi's draw, the over $1 trillion Build Back Better infrastructure boondoggle. And like all of the products of hard-left lobbyists and activist groups, this bill marries ideological radicalism with deftly written payoffs to Democrat client groups. Hand it to them. The Democrats understand exactly how to use state power. In politics, power is based on the flow of money from the taxpayer to allies outside government. And he goes into this, and it's like the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy. He should have been able to discipline and keep people together, couldn't do it. The 13 Republicans voted, helped these Democrats out. It's a lesson in expecting too much from Republican victories in blue states. And it's one that the right needs to internalize, not only to temper expectations, but to better allocate resources, attention, energy, and money. And I'm telling you, I think he's spot on. And he goes on to talk about this more and says, listen, what has to happen is we've got to make red states more red. We've got to make purple states into red states, and we must not care about that much about what happens in blue states. Life's too short. We got work to do. You got to focus on the geographic locations, local, where we're able to influence events, bringing the state and local governments to bear in crucial fights. Take advantage of communities with favorable numbers of right-leaning citizens to set up activist networks without the fear of harassment, intimidation, violence. In other words, firming up what we already have. The blue states, listen, a victory for a Republican in a governor's race in a state that is mostly going to be blue and a legislature that isn't going to be very helpful, ultimately isn't going to do anything unless they could get people to rally behind them and the party to show that they're doing things across the country as well to rally everybody together. And when 13 Republicans peel off and vote for an infrastructure bill that we are certainly going to feel very soon in a lot of ways that we can't even imagine, and then a Build Back Better that we're told by the House Minority Leader is, hey, we're going to have a second bite of the apple, it looks like, because if the Senate decides to kind of trim and pare things down a little bit to get Manchin and Sinema on board, that it's got to come back to the House. And if it comes back trimmed down to the House, we get another chance to do. Really? We shouldn't have to be talking about that. We should have been in control of that before. How do you even have 13 people that would side with a party that clearly is not looking out for the best interest of the country? And I'm not even talking about the people in the country. I'm talking about constitutionally. So we're in an interesting place. And when Bill Maher is screaming from the rooftops that Democrats have to do something, we also have to look at ourselves and say, you know, what are we doing? What are Republicans doing? What are conservatives doing? There's a lot to look at. All right, 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. You ready, Jake? Let's do it. It is time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. And today, is this right? I see 2. Not only do you get, do we have them? All right, so we'll see. Okay. All right, we got this. Alda's Restaurant and Bar. We got breakfast for 2 gift certificates, a $35 value. Alda's Diner, it's known as, in Naples, great for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And listen, it's a fantastic place. I love it. I was there just about a week and a half ago, and can't wait to go back. So, yes, caller number 9 right now at 239-479-5592. Ninth caller plays Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5. Fox News right, all along with traffic. Here's Therese O'Shea.
A very foggy start to the morning drive heading across Collier County, especially if you're in the area right around Alligator Alley, I-75, right around Collier Boulevard and through North Naples, even heading into Bonita Springs. Definitely going to be a little bit of a foggy start there as well. Crash getting cleared up on Daniels Parkway, still causing westbound backups coming out of Gateway. The intersection of Chana Court is where that crash was, but you'll see all those delays approaching Treeline Avenue and I-75 westbound. Not too bad if you're heading on the area bridges in and out of Cape Coral right now. Should be about a 2-3 minute drive in each direction. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns today ahead of a cold front that'll be passing through late today and into tonight. Look for a mix of clouds and sun with some spotty rain throughout the afternoon. Temperatures topping off near 83 degrees. As we start to usher in that drier air, we dry things up heading into tonight. Temperatures waking up tomorrow morning slightly cooler in the lower 60s, where we will be looking at plenty of sunshine for your Tuesday. Highs back down to the middle 70s, a nice drop in humidity, and it will be breezy at times for your Tuesday afternoon. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Have you heard them yet? Clay Travis and Buck Sexton, today at noon, right after Glenn Beck. 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Visit Accurate Comfort Services online at AccurateComfortServices.com today. License number CMC 057023.
Seems like everything is overpriced these days, right? It's called market inflation. Aaron Walker here at Naples Nissan with some suggestions to help you take some air out of that inflation. Current gas prices? Ouch. Regular service checkups and maintenance will help you get better gas mileage. Get a free 20-minute checkup at Naples Nissan. All makes and models are welcome. Plus, get our $99 Inflation Fighter Alignment Special. And of course, you can still get the original base MSRP for your trade-in. That's right, Southwest Florida. If your trade-in is a 2013 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, then whatever it was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's exactly what it will be worth right now. But only at Naples Nissan. And remember, folks, it doesn't matter when or where you originally bought that trade-in from. Come see us on Pine Ridge Road or visit NaplesNissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined. See dealer for details.
Hi, I'm Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart, representing Florida's 25th Congressional District. As your representative, I work for you. If you need help dealing with a federal agency, my team can help navigate the federal bureaucracy and make sure your government is actually working for you. To receive assistance, please call my office at 239-348-1620. It's an honor and privilege to serve you in Congress.
This ad was paid for by official funds authorized by the U.S. House of Representatives.
Greetings from Health Plan Network. First, a sincere thank you to the folks at WFSX and their loyal listeners. The response to our recent individual health insurance ads have been phenomenal. Second, a short history lesson. When the federal government made their last attempt at socialized medicine or Obamacare, most insurance companies refused to participate, leaving millions with no choice but the high premiums and deductibles on the marketplace. On the other hand, our clients were able to keep their non-cancelable non-cancelable coverage and have enjoyed low premiums and great coverage for the last 7 years. The new administration has promised another run at their stated goal of nationalized health insurance. If you're on Obamacare, uninsured, or on COBRA, now is the time to act. Protect yourself and family with non-cancelable coverage guaranteed to age 65 now. Call me at 239-268-6712 or visit our website at healthplannetwork.net. That's 239-268-6712 or healthplannetwork.net. We can help.
92.5 Fox News.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
It's All right, it's Drew's College. Let's find out what's going on right now with, let's go to Mike in Cape Coral. Hello, Mike in Cape Coral. How are you, sir?
Good, and you?
I'm doing well. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question, sir, starts right now. Hey, Mike, where's my questions go? Oh, there they are. Okay. What are the 2 parts of the United States Congress? 2 parts of Congress. What are they?
House and Senate.
That is correct, sir. All right, you got an associate's. Let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Who was the senator before Rick Scott? Rick Scott wins and beats the Democrat in 2018. Who was that guy? He was here for a long time.
Don't know. That was before I moved to Florida.
Oh, all right. So, okay, it was Bill Nelson. Bill Nelson was the, it's a good learning opportunity. You're going to impress your friends and family, even though you've only been here a short time, if you know the answer to that. Okay, good. Okay, geez, you're not impressed. All right, well, let's go on to this one for a bachelor's degree. All right, let's see. Where's Mount Rushmore located? Do you know where it is? What state?
I think North Dakota.
Oh, you were wrong by one direction. It was South Dakota. South Dakota is the actual location. All right, well, let's see.
Right.
Yeah, that's it. All right, well, let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. Let's do this one. No, let's not do that one. Let's do... All right, let's do this one. Who won the GOP nomination for President of the United States in 2016?
Trump.
That is correct, sir. All right, we'll make it that question. All right, well, congratulations. You got a bachelor's degree today on Drew's College. I can hardly speak. You learned a little bit today, which is very nice. A little Florida politics. And you got yourself a gift certificate to Alda's Restaurant and Bars, known as Alda's Diner in Naples. It's a great place. We'll get you a gift certificate for a great breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and you're going to enjoy it, okay? So congratulations. Stay right there.
Thank you.
Thank you. Man, a few words. All right. When we come back, Matt Whitaker is going to join us. Great conversation we're going to have about the latest headlines. In case you don't know, former acting attorney general of the United States. We've got a lot of questions about all kinds of stuff. So we'll talk to Matt Whitaker coming up in just a minute. Stay break 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Veteran Dan Telep, real estate broker, Florida real estate instructor, and author of How to Buy Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned. Now available in paperback, ebook, and audiobook at telepgrouprealty.com.
Hi, I'm Dan Telep. I wrote How to Buy Residential Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned to build your confidence and alert you to common missteps when buying. Get my book at telepgrouprealty.com. TELEP grouprealty.com.
Keeping you in the right lane for your drive home. 92.5 WFSM.
The driver in custody. I'm Dave Anthony.
I looked over, and there was a red Ford Explorer just ramming through everybody.
Plowing through a Christmas parade in Waukesha, Wisconsin. 5 people were killed, more than 40 injured, many of them children.
My heart goes out to all those affected by this senseless act.
That's Mayor Sean Riley.
But keep in mind that number of 40 injured is still rather fluid because out here on the scene you had a lot of families taking care of their own and self-reporting to the hospital. So those numbers could change. The chief said they do have a person of interest, singular, in custody, but the Wisconsin Attorney General had tweeted that those responsible for this will be brought to justice.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Waukesha, not far away in Kenosha. More anger over Kyle Rittenhouse's acquittal.
We're outraged about this. Talk about it. And we're going to turn our pain into power.
Rittenhouse claims he acted in self-defense, killing 2 protesters during rioting over the police shooting of a black man last year. Some are calling him a white supremacist. Rittenhouse tells Fox.
This case has nothing to do with race. It never had anything to do with race. It had to do with the right to self-defense. Right.
Tucker Carlson's interview airs tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox News Channel. Another COVID vaccine mandate goes into effect today. Fox's Evan Brown explains live.
Yeah, Dave, today is the deadline for the federal workers to be vaccinated or be off the job. But ahead of Thanksgiving travel, TSA has yet to say their agents are inoculated. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg.
That's not a cliff. People aren't getting immediately pulled off their posts. It's part of a process to make sure that everyone in the federal workforce is safe.
On NBC's Meet the Press, TSA says enough agents will be working to handle security at airports this week, insisting that vaccination rates among staff are very high, Dave.
America's listening to Fox News.
Finding the right Medicare plan makes...
Right lane for your drive home. 92.5 WFSX Estero. Fox News. Right all along.
This news update is presented by New South Window Solutions. Find them online at newsouthwindow.com.
Wink News, traffic.
A very foggy start to the morning drive heading across Collier County, especially if you're in the area right around Alligator Alley, I-75, right around Collier Boulevard, and through North Naples, even heading into Bonita Springs. Definitely going to be a little bit of a foggy start there as well. Crash getting cleared up on Daniels Parkway, still causing westbound backups coming out of Gateway. The intersection of Chana Court is where that crash was, but you'll see all those delays approaching Treeline Avenue and I-75 westbound. Not too bad if you're heading on the area bridges in and out of Cape Coral right now. Should be about a 2-3 minute drive in each direction. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Therese O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns to the area today after a bit of a foggy start for some. We'll be tracking a strong cold front set to move through beginning late today and into the overnight period. Ahead of that, look for a few areas of rain throughout this afternoon. Things begin to dry up as we head into tonight. That drier and cooler air moving in. Temperatures waking up on your Tuesday near 61 degrees, but we will be looking at cooler daytime highs in the middle 70s. A nice drop in humidity for your Tuesday, along with some breezy conditions Wednesday morning, also featuring a cooler start with lows back down to the 40s for some of our inland zones, low to mid 50s across the coast with a high of 77 degrees. We keep it dry through your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Leftists make you fret? Check out rightallalong.net, the new web home for 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. At New South, we are determined to build the best Florida window. Energy-efficient windows that stand up to heat and hurricanes. We call it the ultimate Florida window. Factory direct and guaranteed for life. New South has installed tens of thousands of windows across the state and has been named one of the fastest-growing window companies in the nation. And that is why we're New South proud.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Visit newsouthwindow.com.
Hi, I'm Ty Laster, managing partner and CEO of Key City Capital. So why are we here in Southwest Florida? Well, at KCAP, our mission is to connect capital to wealth for all of our partners through passive real estate investments. And very simply, we generate and distribute double-digit returns for our investors by investing in single-family homes and apartments and unique alternative cash-flowing asset-backed investments.
Call us today at 239-330-2080 or check us out online today at kcap925.com.
And thinking about natural biologic therapies to treat your chronic joint pain? Meet Tyler Vale, co-founder of QC Kinetics.
To me, it is such an easy decision. If you are truly looking to avoid surgery and not treat yourself with Band-Aids like steroids and pain meds, then really there is no other option, and that's what I love so much about what I get to do.
QC Kinetics offers a variety of restorative natural options to rejuvenate the tissue in your joints and give you your life back.
When they come back a few months later, and it's so affirming to see their quality of life change in such a positive way.
Are you tired of the joint pain that keeps you from from living your best life? Call QC Kinetics to learn more about these exciting restorative and regenerative options.
And you've been looking for an answer, something to avoid surgery. I'm just giving you the answer you've been looking for. QC Kinetics. Kinetics is energy in motion. We want to keep you in motion.
Get your free consultation today with QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics 239-893-PAIN. That's 239-893-PAIN. QC Kinetics 239-893-PAIN.
When you want the very best for your home, there's only one name that stands alone. Hardware and glass in harmony. No frames, no mess. You'll love what you see. Quality, style, and huge selection. Give your bath the look of perfection. Want to see more? Go to my shower door.
This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'll find the very best deals at Duncan's Diamonds. With a purchase of just $2.99 or more, you'll get a free Echo Dot or a pair of Apple AirTags. Spend $4.99 or more and get an Echo Show 8 smart display with Alexa or an Apple HomePod Mini. In fact, we have tons of free gifts with purchase, like Yeti Tundra coolers, 8th generation iPads, even 50-inch Toshiba 4K LED smart TVs. Celebrate our grand opening in Port Charlotte, Christmas, and free gifts at Duncan's Diamonds. You get the best quality diamonds at the best prices, better than you'll find at any other jewelry company. We are the #1 jewelry company in Southwest Florida. We will not be beat by anyone in quality or price, but for Black Friday, we're amping up the great value. Come in now for all the free gifts, only at Duncan's Diamonds. US 41, Gulf Coast Town Center, Naples at Mercado, and Port Charlotte Town Center.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing. For 30 years, we have been offering the best warranties in the industry. Remember, D.R. Martineau Roofing. Integrity, knowledge, service. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Thank you for waking us all up out here. For all you do. And
thank you for giving us the voice.
For being out there helping to keep the constitutional republic.
I want to thank you for
your support for veterans in the military.
Educating us.
Standing up for conservatism.
Giving us the truth.
Daybreak with Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592. The talk and text line streaming live. DrewSteele.com. The website, Steele has 3 E's. We always appreciate you watching, subscribing to the podcast. 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877 Fort Myers 33902. Getting our Christmas cards together this year once again to get our men and women serving overseas that Christmas card from you. And I can tell you from my visit in 2019 to Ramstein Air Base in Germany, being able to hand them those cards, what a special moment that was, and the expression on their face and the families and what they see there on base, knowing that you're thinking about them here in Southwest Florida. It means a whole lot. So we thank you for getting those cards together. Don't forget, no glitter inside the cards, and don't seal the envelopes because they've got to be vetted. Kilmeade and everybody over at Lee Health doing a fantastic job. All the volunteers, we thank you so much for that. And dropping them off at any one of Mel's Diner locations around Southwest Florida. So we had, 5,400, roughly 5,470 last count, making our way to 10,000, and we hope to get to that number and so much more on the way. So 10,000 for the troops. P.O. Box 877, Fort Myers 33902. All right, lots of stories in the headlines. So glad to have Matt Whitaker on with us right now, the former acting U.S. Attorney General, and he's joining us right now on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. Good to be with you this morning, Drew.
Well, I appreciate you being here on a day where, as we wake up this morning and hearing about the city of Waukesha and what happened there and how awful with the body count going up from this horrific attack. And at least 5 people dead, 40 have been injured. And you look at the situation and you can't help but think about a lot of different things. The mood of the country, concerns there. I mean, not having the whole story yet, but certainly as we start to hear more, a suspect in custody. And maybe you could talk a little bit about this and your thoughts as you hear about this story this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I think the hardest thing about a story like this is, we obviously you immediately want to know the why. How, why did this happen? How did it happen? And it's painfully slow. Now, the interesting thing in the modern digital era is we have kind of crowdsourcing. So, I mean, on Twitter, this person has been identified, this person's background and name, where they live, the vehicle at their house, on the Google Map drive by, all those kind of things.
Right.
And so it's always strange to watch this sort of two different realities. The reality that's playing out online with crowdsourced, detectives getting all the information, and then the news media sort of slowly reporting it based on their standards. And I think it makes it hard, again, and then obviously there's no conclusions based on the mainstream media as to the why. But, my understanding, and, obviously put a proviso that this is, this could change, but, it appears that this individual had just gotten out of having been previously arrested with multiple charges, and it may be the poster child for this bail reform phenomenon going on in our major cities.
Yeah. And, and we're going to get to the media's response in just a bit, because obviously what's played out in Kenosha as well, and what the media has done and continues to do in that direction, and what that is heating up in this country, almost like it's planned that way, which is disturbing in and of itself. We'll get to in just a bit. But, you bring up the bail reform and all of these reforms. Sometimes it's be careful what you wish for and what people have said, when they're talking about criminal justice reform and what that means, and how just the words and the movement that was taking place last year with everything that was happening, and how some politicians get in that lane, right, where they just kind of hear this, it gets pushed on them, they keep talking about it. They look at their political careers and say, this is a move we have to make. You don't. I mean, you do have to step back and say, what is it?
Yeah. And Drew, as you probably know, I've been involved in, kind of what I would call conservative criminal justice reform for, since my time as Attorney General of the United States. And, we worked on the First Step Act with the White House and with President Trump and Jared Kushner and others.
Right.
And, there are things that should be reformed. And then there are things like violent criminals that should be locked away for a long time. And, that's where I think the distinction has, and the intelligence needs to be brought to the system. Obviously, conservative criminal justice reform does not involve letting people out on cashless bail, where, essentially you are arraigned and then just released, and no one is held pre-trial, no matter how violent or how heinous your crime is.
Yeah.
We're seeing terrible results in places like New York City, possibly here in the Milwaukee area and elsewhere. And so, again, you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because again, there are things that need, that we can improve. As I've told you before,
right.
We always are charged with forming a more perfect union. And I think we need to, continue to work on these things. But, at the same time, we need to keep our citizens safe.
Right. But isn't that, I guess you're helping me to try to make my point, and to be a little, just want to be clear about this. Is that we have, how do I say this? We have bad actors that sometimes we work with. We have people that don't have the best interest, but take advantage of that. We don't have honest brokers. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
So that on the other side, when you are looking at this and saying there are things that we can do, and you have the best of intentions, there are those that take advantage of your best intentions, and they're not honest brokers. They're not in it for the best intentions and to do what's right. They want what they want, and they're using you as a way to get in, because they feel like, and a lot of times that's what happens. It's that politics, but you have to be able to call it out, Matt. You got to be able to say, we see that this is happening, and be able to approach people and say, look, this is why we did this, and this is what they're trying to do. Here is what it is, spell it out, so that people can see it and recognize it, so that when it happens, that they can stop it.
No, you're right. You're right. And, so much of this, obviously, when you talk in the theoretical and with broad brushes, it's easier than to get in the weeds and to actually, kind of talk about these things. There's no doubt. One thing that you and I'm sure, can agree to is that most of the people that we currently have in prison are going to get out. And what are they like when they get out? Are they reformed, or do they have skills? Are they going to contribute, or are they going to go right back to their criminal ways and their past life? And so these are obviously things that are very hard, that cost a lot of money and oftentimes have been ideologically perverted by the left for their own sort of benefit. And so these are things, again, I have eyes wide open in this, Drew.
I know you do. I know.
Small involvement, but it's so important because, again, for me, it's always about trying to create a country where every child can play safely in their front yard. And obviously, based on what happened at this parade, we're not there yet.
Yeah. No, I know, and I could get into more. I can keep going with this, but I don't want to. I want to go to some other things, but certainly that we're looking at this topic, and then that rolls, Matt, into what obviously many people see over the weekend, which is, man, the decision in Kenosha, what took place, everything laid out. You witnessed everything from the prosecution and what they tried to do, and I had conversations last week with people about the fact that, boy, you've got everything in front of you. You know what the case is, but yet it's forced upon you. And yet, that's what you feel like. You have prosecutors who have this, they have to do it. They don't have a choice. They're forced, it's forced upon them. They see everything that's in front of them, the evidence. And yet this is how they reacted and how they acted in court, and the concerns about mistrials through the whole thing. But ultimately, you get what I think the judge wanted, which was the jury to make this decision to put this to rest. But for the media, there is no rest. And so here we go again. And what are they trying to stir up?
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's ideological. And to me, it's simple, Drew. Justice is not red or blue. It is based on the facts and it's based on the law.
Yep.
And this case has always been a talisman, depending on, how you view the world. But from my perspective, first of all, the prosecutor probably, did overcharge this case.
Yeah.
I think the prosecutor also, instead of doing what their job is, which is to do justice and not to win cases, I think he really perverted the facts and how the presentation was. Now, the backdrop, obviously, is a very heightened political situation where people were trying to bring in race and trying to bring in all sorts of other things. But you know what? What we had was a breakdown of civil society where, citizens in that region tried to go and protect, businesses. I mean, remember, if my memory serves me right, Drew, and you will correct me if I'm wrong, but this was the fiery, mostly peaceful protests of Kenosha that it was, was happening.
Right, Jacob Blake. Yeah, it was the Jacob Blake.
Exactly. And so, we had. And we had just come off of Minneapolis and what happened in Washington, D.C., quite frankly, at the White House,
right,
where, we had fires and the burning of a historic, Church of Presidents and all that kind of stuff. And so, it just, to me, it became more than it actually was. And I took great confidence in the American people that are represented on that jury, that they could get their jury instructions and, sort of be the saucer that cooled the cup of coffee and gave a just result. So the system worked, and is the system perfect? Absolutely not. But is it the best in the world? Absolutely it is, and it does work. And we have safeguards to always make sure that it endures.
But it's those that don't recognize that, Matt. It's those that look at the system and go, no, it's inherently systemically broken. It comes from a place where, and here you go with the cancel culture, the wokeness that goes back to that point and says, well, if we're going to go back in time and we're going to look at those people that put this Constitution together and the rule of law in this country, it's fundamentally broken and it's got to be all of that. So you do have people who are never going to be satisfied. But, and at the same time, I also have to ask you this because, 2020 there, you see what's happening at moments. There are moments when you're there in D.C. where you're witnessing all of this and that the mood and the feeling around you of individuals as you're there as former acting U.S. Attorney General and what that's like when you see all of these things playing out, like the inside, behind the scenes, what that feeling is like. What is that like?
Well, I mean, I think it really, I don't want to, overstate it, but it's to some extent a battle for the absolute soul of our country.
It is.
When I say that, it is an existential battle of, sort of what we were founded on in the basic tenets, which is the we the people, and the rule of law and all the kind of things that we stand for, and in a group that unfortunately is not a radical small margin anymore. It is mainstream leftist ideology currently, and what they're trying to do is to put a comrade socialistic kind of system in place, and that is the battle, and a lot of people don't want that battle. They would rather just go, Christmas shop and do all the kind of things of ordinary life, and that's fine. But a lot of us have to, be on guard to protect this, unique experiment that's endured, but can be so fragile at times. And so that's really what I've seen, since I've been involved for the last 20 years at either provincially in my home state of Iowa or nationally now at this amazing opportunity that God has given me to be involved in our country's future.
Right. And how important it is to, when you hear certain things being said by those in the media and, and look, they're going to be parroted, unfortunately, by politicians or vice versa. When you have people that are saying things in Kenosha, like, can you believe this? Armed citizens walking the streets of our country. This is an outrage. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, how do you even say that with a straight face? It's a side. It's individuals, minority of voices speaking for the majority. It's not the majority of people. I say that time and time again because I really believe that that's true, that are trying to say these things because they want you to believe, for example, that somebody who possesses a firearm is up to no good. Period. Full stop. Yep. Like, that's it. That's why they have it. And that's got to be called out as well.
Yeah, I agree. And, I remember when I took my hunter safety class when I was probably 10 or 12 years old in my hometown of Ankeny, Iowa. And I just feel like, so many people on the left have just no experience with firearms and no, idea of what it means to be a gun owner. Yeah. And I think if they just had a little more exposure and maybe just did a hunter safety class and went and fired some BBs or pellets at targets, inside a school gym like we did back in the day, I think they would have a lot more, they wouldn't be so afraid of, every time they see, a firearm. But, at the same time, it is, it is their policies and, these gun-free zones in places like Chicago where you have the worst kind of violence because, you disarm law-abiding citizens and at the same time you allow for illegal gun ownership.
Yeah. That's the problem. We need more people in Iowa. That's what it is. It's Iowans. Is that what you're suggesting? That people need to go to Iowa? Come on now.
I think there's a lot of good things that Iowa could teach the country, quite frankly.
Okay. Well, there you go. All right, Matt. Listen, we're gonna run. I appreciate a few minutes of your time, my friend, and hopefully we'll do this again soon and in person. Love having you here in Southwest Florida.
Yep, I always love visiting Southwest Florida. I'm here right now, actually, for the holiday. And,
good.
Next time you're at Seed the Table and I'm down here, I'm going to stop by again.
Yeah, that's next week. So that's it. That's what we're planning on. Hopefully you'll be around. So we'll speak then. All right. All the best. I appreciate a few minutes. Okay. Have a great holiday. Bye-bye. Thanks. All right. It's Daybreak 92.5. Fox News right all along.
Joe Biden's plan for America? Recycled leftovers. Time for some right thinking. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Thomas from Storm Shield in North Fort Myers. I'm proud to represent a company that provides a top quality product and stands behind the product and the installation. At Storm Shield, we provide Energy Star certified windows and doors, an exclusive life of home warranty which covers the entire product as well as the installation. All products are certified made in the USA. We have an elite status with Home Advisor and offer no obligation estimates. Most manufacturers have a line of products that meet a variety of budgets and options. Sometimes vendors bait top quality products to earn your business, but switch and install another. We understand that you want to protect your family and home from the elements for years to come. Our priority is ensuring your protection without breaking the bank.
Call Storm Shield today for a free, no hidden cost, exact to the penny quote at 239-491-7002. That's 239-491-7002. Or visit on the web at stormshieldswfl.com. License number CGC A60475.
Hey, we've got my friend Dave Meister on the phone, of course, with the Floor Meisters, the family-owned Floor Meisters in Naples. And Dave, listen, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're selling a lot of cord tech. That's great, but you got this 8,000 square foot showroom with a selection of carpet that is absolutely unbelievable as well. And the prices right now are pretty amazing. So I hear you got this whole thing going on with Dreamweaver carpet starting at, wait a minute, let me just get this right, at just $1.99 a square foot?
Yes, installed carpet pad and labor, $1.99.
And there's the phones ringing already. Look at that. They're getting excited.
Oh, yeah.
Dave, tell me more about what we've got here.
So we've got a big selection, and this is quite a carpet.
Listen, if you haven't been to the Floor Meisters, you really owe it to yourself to visit their store, 6281 Naples Boulevard, right next to Costco. Whether it's tile, laminate, hardwood, or, of course, carpet, they've got it all. So give them a call today, 239-596-4964, or on the web at floormeisters.com.
Mel's Diner is talking turkey.
We're bringing back good times and great food.
Watch the parade, enjoy the dog show, and go to Mel's Diner 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Thanksgiving Day. Roasted turkey, roasted loin of pork, or Virginia ham steak with super salad, choice of potatoes and green beans and corn. Incredible, only $15.99. Key lime fish, $17.99. Or Mel's slow roasted 10-ounce prime rib dinner, $19.99. Thanksgiving kids meals, just $9.99. Order Mel's famous holiday meals to go, serving up to 6, with your choice of fresh roasted turkey, roasted loin of pork, or baked all-natural Virginia ham, including all the fixins, and as a bonus, a whole pumpkin pie for just $79.99. Reserved by November 23rd. Mel's Diner does it all. Happy Thanksgiving from Mel's Diner.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Veteran Dan Tellep, real estate broker, Florida real estate instructor, and author of How to Buy Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned. Now available in paperback, ebook, and audiobook at TellepGroupRealty.com.
Hi, I'm Dan Tellep. I wrote How to Buy Residential Real Estate in Florida Without Getting Burned to build your confidence and alert you to common missteps when buying. Get my book at TellepGroupRealty.com. TELEP GroupRealty.com.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Hey, it's Drew Steele. All right, you've probably heard about the American Spirit Movement by now, right? Listeners, this is the conservative marketplace idea from Kevin Sabides at Amco Bonita Springs. Now, you've heard me talking about Kevin and Todd and their repair shop for almost 10 years now. Well, the American Spirit Movement is keeping conservative dollars in conservative pockets by connecting conservative businesses and consumers in commerce, employment, networking, education, idea sharing. Some have even said that they're defunding liberalism and seceding from leftists. Well, mark your calendars for Monday, November 15th at 6:30 p.m. Come out to Mission Barbecue in Fort Myers for the Lee County Republican Liberty Caucus meeting to learn more about the American Spirit Movement and how you can get involved. That's November 15th, 6:30 p.m. at Mission Barbecue in Fort Myers. Finally, real action and real solutions. You don't want to miss this. For information, just visit AmericanSpiritMovement.com. That's AmericanSpiritMovement.com. The American Spirit Movement is growing, and you can be a part of it as well.
Southwest Florida, are you getting the most out of your Medicare benefits? Annual enrollment is October 15th through December 7th. With the United Healthcare Medicare Advantage Plan, you get more for your Medicare dollar, including benefits like vision, hearing, dental care, and much more. Take advantage. Call United Healthcare today at 1-855-608-8763. That's 1-855-608-8763. Benefits, features, or devices vary by plan and area. Limitations and exclusions apply.
It's all right here at 92.5 Fox News. We've been right all along.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Pam Huso. There was horror at a Christmas parade.
You could hear people screaming and bodies thumping, and it was traumatic.
That man in Waukesha, Wisconsin, where police say an SUV barreled into parade goers yesterday.
The police chief said they had multiple fatalities. They've confirmed that as 5 fatalities with 40 injured. But keep in mind that number of 40 injured is still rather fluid.
Fox's Mike Tobin in Waukesha, a person of interest, is in custody. As of today, federal workers must be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 to keep their jobs.
They will need to provide proof of their inoculation, including which vaccine product and when they got a shot.
Fox's Eben Brown. The vaccine deadline does not apply to federal contractors. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News, traffic.
A very foggy start to the morning drive heading across Collier County, especially if you're in the area right around Alligator Alley, I-75, right around Collier Boulevard and through North Naples, even heading into Bonita Springs. Definitely going to be a little bit of a foggy start there as well. Crash getting cleared up on Daniels Parkway, still causing westbound backups coming out of Gateway. The intersection of Chana Court is where that crash was, but you'll see all those delays approaching Treeline Avenue and I-75 westbound. Not too bad if you're heading on the area bridges in and out of Cape Coral right now. Should be about a 2-3 minute drive in each direction. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Teresa O'Shea. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Isolated rain returns to the area today after a bit of a foggy start for some. We'll be tracking a strong cold front set to move through beginning late today and into the overnight period. Ahead of that, look for a few areas of rain throughout this afternoon. Things begin to dry up as we head into tonight. That drier and cooler air moving in. Temperatures waking up on your Tuesday near 61 degrees, but we will be looking at cooler daytime highs in the middle 70s. A nice drop in humidity for your Tuesday, along with some breezy conditions. Wednesday morning also featuring a cooler start with lows back down to the 40s for some of our inland zones. Low to mid 50s across the coast with a high of 77 degrees. We keep it dry through your Thanksgiving and your Black Friday with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Keeping it right here. We're 92.5 Fox News. And we've been right all along.
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family, at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page, Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Whether you run your local bookstore or the neighborhood boutique that everyone loves, small businesses like yours make gift giving possible. Now, Comcast Business has a gift for you. Introducing the Gift of Savings Sale. For a limited time, ask how to get our best deal of the year on a gig bundle. You can get a $650 prepaid card when you switch to Comcast Business, the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses. That's $650 to spend on whatever your business needs. You could even reward your team for another big year. Or if you want another way to save, you can also get started with internet and voice for $35 each a month when you buy both with a 2-year price guarantee. So give your business the gift of savings today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities. Offer ends 1/2/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers only. Early termination fee applies. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details.
Rock Solid wants you to be our customer at Rock Solid Countertops and More. $9.99 gets it done. For a limited time only, get a full set of kitchen countertops from $9.99. Installed. Rock Solid guarantees to beat any competitor's prices, including installation. So come see Hugo and his team in Naples. And now serving Port Charlotte at 4135 Tamiami Trail. Visit Rock Solid, where $9.99 gets it done.
Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I call National. Hey, exterminators. For $46 to kill rodents and bugs to the 946 snow bug.
Shoo-ba-doo-wop, ooh. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 239-46-NO-BUG or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs.
Bugs, termites, rodents, even out of cancellation. Better service, better prices, no contract. Goodbye, pests. I'll see you later. I call National. Hey, exterminators. For $46 to kill rodents and bugs to the 946 snow bug.
Shoo-ba-doo-wop, ooh. Call the boys at National Exterminators at 239-46-NO-BUG or visit them online at pestcontrolmadeeasy.com for all your pest control needs.
Bugs, termites, rodents, even out of cancellation. Better service, better prices, no contract.
After Drew, it's Glenn Beck 9 till noon. You've come to the right place. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
All right, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line streaming live, drewsteele.com, the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching the program, subscribing to the podcast. Top 5 audio clips of the day. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35. Number 5.
Politics is local, not locally sourced. It's not artisan. It's Art and Stan. Your microaggression culture doesn't play in the Rust Belt. If a staffer hands you a speech that says menstruating people instead of women, don't say that. Say women.
That's a little bit of Bill Maher from over the weekend, who was like, listen, you got to stop being... Nobody likes a snob. You got to stop with the wokeness and the cancel culture. Liberals think that the country is full of dumb white people. You've got to stop doing this. If you no, let them go. Let them go. They're doing just fine, Bill. Just keep it going. That's okay.
Number 4.
Hey guys, well, it was a good trip, and they have questions about the verdict, and the verdict really speaks for itself. As many of you know, I've spent a majority of my career working to make the criminal justice system more equitable, and clearly there's a lot more work to do. Thanks all.
And clearly there's a lot more work to do. So on the heels of the Rittenhouse verdict, the Vice President of the United States saying, yep, she's worked on criminal justice reform. There's clearly a lot of work to do because of the case, the Rittenhouse case. Is Is that right? That's what she thinks.
Number 3.
So when they're trying to pursue narratives, I don't let them get away with it. If they're trying to just get information to try to do a hit piece, I don't let them get away with it. And the thing is when you have the facts on your side, it's very difficult for them because a lot of them, all they do is recycle whatever the narrative du jour of the day is. But I would say Republicans have to understand, don't try to get these people to like you, okay? That's not what they're going to do.
That's not what they're going to do. In an interview with Daily Wire, that is Governor Ron DeSantis fighting tyranny and saying, look, when it comes to the media, you got to stop. You got to push back against. He knows exactly what the fake news legacy media is going to do to him. The problem is when Republicans look and try to be friendly with Democrats, the media, it's the same thing. It's not gonna work.
Number 2.
I find these people disgusting, Ellie. I'm disgusted at what I'm seeing. It's not just this trial, it's other trials. But this in particular, the fact that white supremacists roam the halls of Congress freely and celebrate this little murderous white supremacist, and the fact that he gets to walk the streets freely, it lets you know these people have access to instituting laws. They represent the legislative branch of this country. What are we to make of that?
What are we to make of that? On the heels of the Rittenhouse case, it's MSNBC, and here we go again. Pushing white supremacy, and there you go. That's the reason why the decision played out this way, and people in the halls of Congress, and it doesn't stop.
Number 1.
Hey, Beto, they don't want to let me take a picture with you, man. I just want to shake your hand. Beto, I'm Robert.
Robert, you're my tocayo.
I'm native Estonian.
Thank you for being
on
here.
behalf of the ranchers and oil and gas and farmers.
Yes, sir.
And Maxine Water.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in your grill telling you don't come back.
Okay.
We don't want you here.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
You said it was good. Thank you. Get the hell out. You ain't taking my guns either. You ain't taking my guns. Don't even try. Get your hands off of me. Get your hands off of me. Adios.
Thank you.
How you like that? We're still here in Texas. Ain't nobody wants you here. No means no. 3 times, you lost twice.
Oh, boy. So Beto O'Rourke is at a Beto for Governor event in Texas, and somebody walks up and says, yeah, remember the whole thing, Maxine Water, we don't want you here? Yeah, we don't want you here. Get out. As Beto's like, hey, how you doing? Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, you don't understand. We don't want you here. You need to stop this.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
You're going to lose for the 3rd time, and you're not taking our guns. You're not taking our guns. Remember, it was Beto O'Rourke on the heels of what was it? He was asked over the weekend on the heels of what he has said in the past that everybody knows about taking away those guns, right? We're going to take them.
We're going to take your AR-15, your AK-47. We're not going to allow it to be used against our fellow Americans anymore.
Right, remember that? And it was Data Bash who was on CNN who was asking the question.
Is that what you would still do as governor of Texas?
Look, we are a state that has a long, proud tradition of responsible gun ownership. And most of us here in Texas do not want to see our friends, our family members, our neighbors shot up with these weapons of war. So, yes, I still hold this view.
All right, so he still holds the view. Weapons of war. Because, anybody who's holding an AR-15 is just nefarious purposes. That's it. That's the reason why you have it. Kyle Rittenhouse and everybody else, the reason why you have it is you're up to no good. That's it. Doesn't make a difference. I have a handgun. Up to no good. No. You got that handgun because, there's something wrong with you. Mentally, we got to check you. We got to make sure you're okay. Are you allowed to have that gun? Yeah. Where do you work, by the way? Kind of questions that we should be asking. No, not at all. No, but that's the thinking of far too many people sometimes. Is that you have a firearm, you're up to no good. It's just the way it is. And also, by the way, Beto, when asked about, this is good. Beto being asked about whether or not he wants Joe Biden to campaign with him in the state of Texas.
And a recent poll shows, though, that just 35% of Texans approve of his performance. Would you like the president to come and campaign with you?
Now, there's this long pause as Beto's brain starts to work, and he says,
this campaign in Texas is not going to be about Joe Biden. It's not going to be about Donald Trump. It's not going to be about anyone from outside of our state. This is going to be about the people of Texas and what the people of Texas want.
Yeah, no, you didn't answer the question. Actually, your non-answer is the answer. No, he doesn't want Joe Biden anywhere near Texas. Thanks very much. Who does? No, seriously, who wants Joe Biden around right now? If you're a politician, do you want Joe Biden campaigning for you? I mean, it didn't work very well for Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, did it? But there you go. It's oh, and by the way, if you're wondering how we're doing here with the president's Build Back Better legislation passed in the House on Friday, the multi-billion-dollar tax cut for wealthy Americans in blue states while hitting a wide swath of the middle class with a tax hike. Hey, you didn't know that part, did you? Yeah, the House passes that, the Build Back Better plan on Friday. The bill includes provisions that hike state and local tax deductions, which overwhelmingly favor Democrat-run states while raising taxes on up to 30% of middle-class earners. But no. You're not going to get hit with that. No, yeah, you are. Look, everybody knows that they're lying about this, that they will say whatever they have to say to have all of this pass. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy says, look, we may get another bite of the apple here on the $1.75 trillion Build Back Better plan. That if the Senate passes the legislation, it comes back to the House. If it fails in the Senate, it dies. But if the Senate changes it, any of those changes has to come back to the House. So we have another bite at the apple. Really? Okay. What are you going to do with that bite? Forgive us if we're a little concerned in the confidence level that we have with some in the party who have seen to decide that they are going to go and side with and help the Democrat Party in their votes, a la the infrastructure bill. We didn't want to have a second bite at there shouldn't have been a first bite at the apple. Just putting that out there. So we'll see how that goes. So fingers crossed. Yeah. All right. 239-479-5592. What else was I going to play here? Because there were a couple of other things that I wanted to mention. No, I'm not even going to worry about that. Let's do this. Let's take a break, Jake. When we come back, something exciting for your holiday week. We want to get something in your hands that you're really going to enjoy. Kind of like a little Thanksgiving, a gift, a giving of thanks to you coming up. But what that is, just be ready to call in and win something that is pretty awesome. So that's coming up. All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along, let's find out how the remainder of the forecast is shaping up with Wink News meteorologist Casey Sherman.
Isolated rain returns today ahead of a cold front that'll be passing through late today and into tonight. Look for a mix of clouds and sun with some spotty rain throughout the afternoon.